Is those smelling salts?
Yeah. So it's eucalyptus. It's
Is
not
it?
real smelling salts.
Okay,
it's not
cool.
like the crack was.
You fucking hardcore mom. You're just sitting there like, yeah.
Imagine.
I need to start. I've never done smelling salts.
No, just smell it. It's not like a smelling salt.
Yeah,
at all.
eucalyptus sounds nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like freshening up. Yeah. After a night of cocaine, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what it is.
some coke and then fucking-
I'm just fucking around like that.
Dude.
I really admire what you've done with all the, like, you've had like a lot of spawns.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you've had a lot a and I hear them.
Yeah.
Look who's calling.
Yeah, it's funny. Who's that? Oh, my God. Dave Chapelle.
Good way to start off.
Yeah. What a, I got so many more questions now. No, that's dope, man. That's
my brother and like mentor right there.
nice little interruption. Dave Chapelle,
it's cool. Yeah, I know. I'm like, bro, I gotta pick this up. It's my guy,
100%.
yeah. And we talk all the time, but we haven't talked in a minute since I dropped the special. So he's a huge supporter. But I'm saying you have a lot of spawns, bro. And I watch, like, I in the last like 2 years, not even 2 years, like year,
Yeah.
I've been like obsessive about YouTube and
Yeah.
what kind of online personalities are coming out and what are the kids doing with this, what Mr. Beast is doing.
Yeah.
Just following this whole, it's really another art form that's developed just on YouTube
100%.
itself.
Yeah.
And who's done what. So you were popping up a ton and I was looking at it, I was like, yo, this guy is so interesting. And then I started looking up how you created this whole monster. And I was like, this guy's Jack, number one. And then of course that hat thing went mad viral.
Yeah, a few
I don't know if
times,
you
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I don't care.
Why do they keep grabbing your hat, bro?
Bro, I have no
I don't
idea.
know why you want to be smacked by a 265, I don't know how much you weigh now,
Yeah.
but with a fucking huge jacked human being. Like, don't touch his hat.
Well, it's like, yeah, why are you touching people's shit, period?
First of all, you shouldn't, especially on their person. Like,
Right.
if you see something like, oh, this is cool, you're like, hey, man, don't touch that. It's on the table. Like, it's
Right.
fine. That's the thing. It's on your person, and you pull up his hat, and you grab, like, you're going to get smacked,
Yeah,
bro.
it's weird.
I think, like, it's just, like, that's not the guy you
The
talk
funniest
to.
part about the reaction to that was the divide between like young people who are like, you're old, you're bald, fuck you. And then the
Yeah.
old people who are like, why would you ever do that?
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like even the young people get to the point where they look back on that video and be like, yeah, why would anyone ever do that?
Yeah, you don't disrespect people like that.
It's
And you think
weird.
it's funny and you think you can get away with
Yeah.
it. The point is, even if you forget about right or wrong on your side, if they keep on this trajectory, somebody's going to smack you.
Yeah.
And it better be, it's probably best for them to happen in a very safe, controlled environment.
Yeah.
As a gym,
Exactly.
rather than punking some crazy person on the street and then they get shot. Like you
Yeah.
can get, in some neighborhoods, you grab somebody, they're gonna shoot you.
100%.
So I went down this rabbit hole and I saw what you did with Sara and
Yeah.
I saw what you did with Felipe. Like I reached out to actually Felipe because
Yeah.
I was honestly, it would have been great to get him in my series.
Yeah.
He would be like that special kind of kid that you could put in mold, like in acting and things
100%.
like that.
And I think he'd love that. I mean, I'll talk to him about it for sure.
No, for sure. He would do that. He would, and I have things in mind. So I'm just like kind of like, it's like learning on my own, kind of seeing who these guys are and who these people are and what they're doing with their lives and how they're accomplishing really great things and creating a wealth for themselves as well.
100%,
And
yeah.
so impressive to see. But also it's kind of like a scouting thing for me as well for my future stuff. Like you don't
Yeah.
know what you're going to find or who you're going to find.
Right.
And you can just pluck out of nowhere.
Yeah. Because I mean,
And-
nowadays it's like everyone looks to these social media creators for like
Sure.
presence.
Yes, but I'm like an artist, bro. I like making great stories, great movie, great film, great television, great stand-up. Like I'm looking for guys that have the thing, you know?
Yeah.
There's one thing, it's a whole nother monster to get into production.
Yeah.
Of shooting an actual like picture.
So how
or
do you
television.
determine what the thing is?
You could just see it, you feel it. You
Yeah.
know, you could tell if somebody can do it or not, and you just need some guidance to push them in the right direction so they can feel comfortable.
Is it mostly the sort of like camera presence?
It's camera presence. It's natural ability, like raw natural ability.
Yeah, it's
pun
funny because I
intended.
could always see that when, like, just like how when I met Sara or anyone that
Yes.
I've worked with, you're like, oh, I know that you can do this,
Yeah, for sure. Like
especially when
just-
you've been in it forever.
Yes, absolutely. When you start doing something, you're like, oh, you could do this. You know, you could do this. Like you
Yeah.
just need to be like persistent and dedicated and that come up with. Just keep going, but it's trial by error. Like
Yeah.
you know, just keep doing the thing, and then as you're doing it, you're gonna get better and better, and then you're gonna create a fan base for yourself, and then you'll find out what you're like. Really, there's like an online personality, and there's like a little bit of both happening. There's times where people play it up in front of the camera, where you could tell they're being like it's not natural the way they're coming off.
Yeah.
And there's people like, no, that's how they are. On camera, off camera, they're just being themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the ones that you look for, and you're like, oh, you could actually take it a step further. You tap into this, you tap into that.
You know who's like that a lot, ironically enough, just because he's been popping up lately, and I'm supposed to go interview him in Miami, but 6ix9ine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just randomly thought of that. He's the literal same human. I don't know if you know or if you've seen any of his stuff.
I don't know anything about 6ix9ine. All I know is all the bad stuff, but it's like, you know, like I have no idea, but that's a very odd situation. Like he's a different example, of course, but I just, you know, I find it like I feel like in the most recent videos that I've seen, because he's been popping off with a bunch of different streamers, I think, right? Like hopping on with them.
Damn, you're tapped in because that's like current.
And I see him and I see, bro,
that's super current.
I digest so much content.
It's like the last 2 weeks current.
I digest so much content, bro. I digest so from film, television, documentary to reading to just garbage, you know, online garbage. Just filter through so much. Because you need commentary. As a comedian, you just have this bank in your head. I don't even know that it's in there. And sometimes I'll be speaking on stage because everything is improvised for me. When I'm on stage, when I'm writing, I don't think like today I'm going to talk about this and tomorrow I'll talk about that. And I don't do that. But
it's not full improv, right? You have like
full for everything from the start of my set, like from starting on zero, like I am now.
Yeah.
Because I just released Wild World.
Right.
So ever since then, I'm starting from zero. There's other stuff I could do, but I don't want to do it because it's not what I want to talk about. So you walk on stage and literally just start talking, like figure it out.
So when you're actually filming the Wild World thing, it's improv?
So no, so the beginning of the writing process for me, which is starting to do pop-ups, like I'll do 80-seater, 180-seater, you start building up to the 500, 800.
And then you're picking the best jokes.
And now you're picking this, I freestyled on this, there's something there. You know, I'll film everything. I'll revisit it, hold on, make it bigger and bigger and bigger, tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up. Then you have a set. And then, okay, now I'm ready for my theater run. Now you do a theater run.
Comedy is always... Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
The closer for Wild World, which is all about time, I wrote that the day before I filmed. Never performed it. Never did it in front of a live audience. I was inspired the day before, and I wrote 4 pages on time, which I've had in my head, like some kind of version of it. And then it all came together Wednesday. I wrote it out Wednesday. Thursday, I filmed the rehearsal in front of a live audience, which was decent, not good, not perfect, but decent, pretty good. And then Friday, I just locked myself in the green room, had a security out in front of my door. I was like, because I was also directing my special, but I already gave everybody what they, you know, needed to do as far as camera ops, my DP, everyone knew what I wanted. Yeah. If there was any like really important production questions, then you can come in. Otherwise, leave me alone. It's me and my boy AZ, and we're sitting there, and I'm just memorizing because I've never done this before. And it's the closer for the whole special. Yeah. I don't know if anybody's done that, but it's really I don't recommend it to just anybody for sure, but it was really, really special.
Yes, really you're making something. It's interesting to make something so sincere and serious also funny. Yes, that's what I find really interesting.
It's really, but I'm in a situation where, like, releasing season 2 of Mo, talking about being Palestinian in America, taking the family to Palestine in the final episode, from there going on tour, meeting so many, you know, not only fans, but also the fans, and fans are heartbroken in their own right, dealing with their own things from all backgrounds and all walks of life. Yeah. And then you're meeting people, the literal people that actually fled Gaza, kids. Then you're meeting doctors. It's just like so much pressure to kind of capture the time, you know, right? Yeah. To on stage, to really button up season 2 of Mo. This is done now. I'm going to say everything I need to say, both what I think, what the world is thinking, and saying the things out loud that most people are afraid of saying. Yeah. And that was really scary territory for me. It was just really, because I just, you know, I just want to, at some level, enjoy myself on stage and have these observations or the things you want to talk about and not have this pressure attached to it. But for good or worse, I had to do it. For better or for worse, I had to do it.
And the bit at the end is sort of about being ahead of your time, right?
It's about time. It's not really ahead of my time. I don't want to be ahead of my time. If you see the bit, you'll know why that's funny. But it's about time. It's about the wordplay around time. It's like a poem, but also capturing this moment in time. It's really inspired because when I lost my sister in July, tragically, just out of nowhere, not out of nowhere, but she's been sick for 3 years, and you know, just you know, I had lost my brother 3 years prior to that, almost to the day. That was sudden. So it just like, it made me think about time and how precious time is and how it's the most valuable commodity. And it's a really, you know, I thought it was just like a really interesting and thoughtful puzzle to try to figure out, you know, and a way to really summarize everything, not only in the special, but of the times, you know.
Yeah, in the world.
Yeah, in the world. And it's hard not to do it when you're asking me about it. It's hard not to do it, but it's such a wordplay to it. It's such a movement to it. And it's supposed to capture everything that's going on now, but also supposed to be timely and timeless.
Yeah, the weird thing about time is, like I said earlier about sort of being ahead of your time. Being ahead of your time most of the time, sorry.
No, it's how it is. I know.
Is you're really not ahead of it. You're right on it. I think like there's a lot of stuff, for example, during COVID times that people would say that were like, you're wrong for saying this, or you can't say this, or you shouldn't say this. And then you look back and you're like, oh, those people were right. And it goes away, right? Because then people don't talk about it anymore. Sort of like this situation with Palestine and with Israel, where it's like so many people are like gotten to this point now where they're like, this is wrong, right? This is bad. Obviously, there's still a whole group of people that say this is justified and this is war and all this stuff. What's your perspective on that as a whole? If you had to, like, I know it's a big question, but on the idea that, because you are Palestinian, which is a whole nother sort of, I'll have another question for you about that in a second, but being in this space, being in entertainment, talking about these things, obviously it's true to you, so you're going to talk about them regardless. What's your take on it all? Like, why do you think, not that why it's happening, but why do you think right now it's all of a sudden more of a talking point than what it could have been for a very long time? Because this has been going on for a while.
First of all, like what's happening right now, I've seen this coming, right? As a Palestinian who's living in this world, who's always been Palestinian, who's talked about these things, we're all like, yeah, no, this was going to happen.
Yeah.
We never imagined it be this dark and complete and utter decimation of a civilian population and bombing of refugee camps and you name it. The videos that I've seen from these doctors are just, they shatter your whole bones. Like everything that's inside of you is just feels like it's not real. Nothing feels real. How could anyone do this to another human being on earth? Like, how is that even acceptable? Let's just talk about where it is today.
Yeah.
Okay. Pre-October 7th, there is
Gazans
that existed. What do you want to say?
Well, this is the thing that I found interesting was how, I guess when I was talking about as it pertains to time, the way that it's framed now is it's because of October 7th that there's this sort of reaction of why this war in a lot of people's minds, I think most people's minds, genocide, is happening.
According to every single
it's a genocide
institution on planet Earth that makes this judgment. It's not even us. It's not you.
Right.
It's not me. It's every, respected institution that's supposed to make this judgment saying it is.
I mean, it's as simple as looking at how
it's not, no one is
how over time it's basically just become less and less Palestine. It's become more and more Israel. I mean, that's a real thing.
Yeah, sure. No, that's becoming like you have an occupying power that comes in and then all the Palestinians that are there either got funneled down to Gaza, right?
Yeah.
Or the West Bank, right? And you hear this term, Israeli Arabs. Have you heard this term before?
Yes.
Israeli Arabs are Palestinians that were allowed to stay within the Israeli territory and were given citizenship, Israeli citizenship. So there's this decent amount of Palestinians that were able to stay in those territories, in the Israeli territory, and they become citizens. Now, still as citizens, they don't have the same rights, right? Okay, that's one. Second of all, imagine what the Palestinians are dealing with in the West Bank or in Gaza. West Bank is a whole different thing. Gaza is a complete enclosure. They can't go anywhere. It's very difficult to bring things in and out. It's like essentially like an open air prison. You can't go anywhere. And these are just, they're trying to live regular lives and they can't, right? So this is the way it was set up from the very beginning. And it just kept chunks, they keep taking. And then you have this apartheid wall. Again, it's every institution on planet Earth calls this an apartheid wall, where people in the West Bank, Palestinians, my people in the West Bank, are all separated by walls, and they're all very, very strategic, and it's enormous. It goes on as far as your eye can see. It is just unbelievable structure. And if, for instance, if your house is here and your cousin's house is here, and they build the wall right here, you guys can't see each other. Literally across the street, you're not allowed to see each other. And this is what it's led to. All these many, many years of being occupied by the Israeli government, and many, many years of subjugation to violence and being secluded. Of course, it's going to create resistance. Of course, it's a natural thing. Like, this whole idea, it's just very, very frustrating. And this was like very open. If you look at the New York Times article in 1899, they said their plans, the Zionist plan was to colonize Palestine in 1899. They said it out loud.
Yeah.
They're planning to do so before World War II even happened. So it seems like it's all planned out to occupy this land and to create this narrative that these people are not from here, and look at them, they're crazy, they're terrorists, or this and that. They're just trying to live and have a normal life in their own lands, and they love their land more than anything else. You can't take them away from it. I've never been allowed to live there and have like a full life there. If I lived there, I'd be stuck in the same situation. That's why my parents, when we fled the Gulf War, we ended up in Houston, because they know if you want to have a future, you have to be outside of the West Bank. You can't have a full life inside there because you're so restricted.
Yeah.
You can't even go to the neighboring city, the biggest city in Nablus, from where we come from, without it taking like 2-3 hours. And it's only 5 minutes because of roadblocks, because of all the unpredictability, all the settler violence and things like that happens. It's very, very sad, and it doesn't have to be that way. And it's extremely painful. And again, I try to surmise it on a podcast like this. It's not really the best platform. We should have several people. We should have like a great, conversation and breaking it down and really just having a historical rundown of, this is what happened at this date, this is what happened at that date. Like, that's what really needs to happen.
Right.
For it to really be understood completely. But it's very, very simple. There's people that came in. Came in as refugees. Palestinians accepted them. They felt bad for them. They're fleeing World War I, fleeing World War II. They let them come into their homes. They took care of them. They were seeking refuge in these in a lot of Muslim countries, not just Palestine, which is also a heavily Christian population that still is there today. So people don't even think here in America, or there's Palestinian Christians. Like, yeah, bro, where did Jesus come from? He didn't come from Europe. He came from Nazareth and Bethlehem. Yeah. Like, that's what it's known for. So, there's so many like not nuances. I don't even like these words. There's just so much information.
Right. I understand.
There's so much catch up. You understand, but I'm talking about whoever's watching this. Like, they need to know. There's a lot of catch up. But the bottom line is, you have people living in an apartheid situation. You have Muslims that can't walk on certain roads, Palestinians or Christians for that matter. If you're Palestinian, you can't walk on a certain road. You can't go this way. You can't go that way. You can't do anything. And you're called the crazy person. This is...
Well, that's the thing that's the most bull, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's bullshit. But you should be able to have logical conversations in the end to get to a proper conclusion. If you're not able to have these conversations, then what are we doing? What's the point of being human?
Yeah.
That's the whole point, is that we can talk about things and come to a conclusion and progress together.
Why do you think now people are actually able, it seems like now more than ever, people are actually able to have these conversations more unfiltered than ever? Because before it was like, if you even said one thing that was against what was happening there, against one side, then you were just like shunned, and you wouldn't be able to. I mean, it's interesting in your industry. It's like, get work, get special. It's like, because there's so much pressure from.
Here's the thing, man. I've been doing this 26 years. I started off as a little kid in this business, and it's like the last, I would say 10 years has been like the movement, right? But I was told this, like, it takes you 20 years for overnight success. That's what it is. You put in the time, you put in the effort, especially as a comedian. You have to just work at your craft. It doesn't happen overnight. And if you get famous really quickly, it's usually fast rise, fast fall. That's how it works. And I was always cool with that. But I always thought that there's a massive gap in the storytelling. There's no Arab world at all. And everyone sees the Arab world as people who are just on, camels riding through the desert, and they just look weird, and they have, it's just absurd. Like, this is an ancient civilization, ancient language.
Or they're
poetry
terrorists.
came from there. Poetry came from there. Medicines come from there. The concept of universities, degrees came from there. Soap, coffee. I mean, my algebra, like the sophistication that the Islamic world has and the contribution to the world is unprecedented. Yeah. And for it to be like distilled into Aladdin on a magic carpet, and Jafar I thought was wild,
And transparently, since I was a kid, right, growing up through 9/11, it was like, they're just all bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's what you were taught.
Right.
You were taught that, the whole TSA thing, it was like because of this, it was because of Muslims, it was because of, Middle East. And like, it's so funny because looking back at it now, I'm like, what the? There's just so much media. There's been so much for so long pointed at that group of people in a very negative light. And what you're saying, like, there's obviously so many contributions. There's so much to the world. I just find it interesting. I find the whole thing very like.
Well, it's not different. If you want to conquer a particular area in the world, you have to dehumanize them. That's how that works. It went on in, with Japan and Southeast Asia and everything else, the stories that came out of it, how they look at them, how they view them, how they are in cinema, all this is very standard. I don't find it shocking. What I found shocking is that people believe it. That's the part that's crazy to me.
Well, people believe
if you
just
go
what they
there
see.
right now, even like with the Riyadh Comedy Festival, right? There's comedians that went there. I went there. I did a show there, and to me, that there's several levels to it. Number one, those who accepted it and then came back and apologized for doing it. That's crazy. Okay, you went there. Then the people that went there and came back, and I'm like, what do you know? They left. Yeah. Oh shit! They thought it was funny.
Yeah.
They have a sense of humor. It's crazy. Yeah. Like, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to start, ooh, ooh, ooh. Like, what are they going to do? Like, that's how they react to jokes. So that's also like, I know what they're saying. They don't have like, it wasn't ill intention in saying that, but it's subconsciously like, bro, that doesn't sound good either. Like, you're surprised they actually had a good time and they're sophisticated enough to understand your dick jokes. Like, yeah, they can. What are you talking about? Yeah, they do laugh. They have a great sense of humor. It's one of the oldest storytelling traditions on planet Earth.
Yeah, comedy.
Like comedy, but no, the Arab world itself. Like, this is where we come from. We tell stories. Right. So that's nuts to me. And then there's a trust between me and my audience. Like, hey, you should trust me to be myself, the same person in America, in Houston, where I'm from, or wherever I am in the world, to be the same. I don't go to Saudi and be like, oh, for America, I go there for, I don't play this game. Right. And there's comedians that do that. There's people that do that. And they think it's funny and this and that. And I go there for a different purpose. There's someone who comes from my background, who's been at this for a long time, fans of mine from Palestinian backgrounds, from all walks of life, that are coming to this show, that are seeing me perform. It's a historical thing. I'm saying things that they can never say. They didn't know if they could say or even see someone do that. I got so many messages, so many emails. I brought my kids. I'm so glad they got to see you on stage perform. It's such a big deal. Yeah. It's historical. I want to show them it's possible. That's how you move the thing forward. And it's funny that they focused on comedians in particular when they're all doing business. Everyone's doing business. The sporting industry, from UFC to boxing to football. I mean, Tom Brady's playing a flag football game for $75 million.
Man, I mean, yeah.
But the comedian's the one who talk the shit, who say the most things, who
I think
can
that's
push
why.
culture forward.
That's why.
But that's the best part.
And
of it.
I'm
That's
not
how
saying,
you can push it forward.
You're not wrong, but I think that's why. Because that's in the storytelling. There in comedy, there's so much truth. Because that's how you make something funny, because it's about something real.
Yeah, but I thought this is what they wanted. They wanted it to progress. They wanted to move forward.
Well, some people.
So if you send people that's the whole beef about Saudi. It's like, hey, these guys are not moving forward, isn't that? But that's what they're doing. They're bringing comedians to show you that they're allowed to have their self-expression and to do their thing, and they're not going to be hindered, and in their comedy and their stand-up, they could do whatever they want.
Was there a quote that Dave Chapelle said he's like, there's more freedom of speech in Saudi than...
Yeah, he was saying I can say more things just after the Charlie Kirk thing. Yeah, he said that on stage. Yeah. Obviously he's warning. He's throwing like a flare up, like, hey, it kind of feels that way.
Yeah.
There was a sense of truth to it, and there was a sense of sarcasm to it. That's how I understood it.
Fair.
It was that. It was more like, hey, I'm making a joke. Like, hey, it's getting wild out here in America. I don't know if I can say this. It feels like I can say this here more than I can there.
Yeah.
And
him, that's pretty funny, because he's one of the pioneers of just saying whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in comedy.
Being very honest and transparent. Yeah, absolutely. And going for that 100%. I think that's the way I understood what he was saying with that particular comment. And I also think it's kind of like unfair for comedians in this case, where, sometimes you're just working through the material and somebody will be there and they'll just record something or write something when it's not completely fleshed out. Like, to me, whenever I release the album, which is the special, then judge that. Go for it. Dissect that, go into that, break that, go ahead, do your thing with that. I don't mind that. That's what I intend to do it. But imagine like walking into a studio while a musician is like in the middle of writing his song, and then you go review his song. This song is a piece of shit. He hasn't released it yet.
Yeah.
He hasn't even put it out yet. You have to like be patient. But I think that we're in this reactionary kind of world where we would just want to, this is provocative, right? This is a headline.
Yeah.
This is to get people to look at it. So I think that until, he releases his special, whatever he's working on, if he's going to do that, that's when you can judge it and look at it and review it and feel whatever you want away about it. But that's what art's supposed to do, man. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable. It's not supposed to just make you laugh all the time. And that's one of the most important jobs of a comedian. You got to make them laugh. But you also, the great ones all made you think. Every single one that's revered today in history, it's an absolute fact. They also make you think, and sometimes make you cringe, sometimes make you feel uncomfortable, but you have to feel something other than like just laughing out of your head, and then you walk out. You're like, I don't even know what the guy said. I don't even remember one joke.
Yeah.
Or maybe this thing I really liked, but you don't remember. It all feels like the same type of experience. When you walk away with something, you're really reflective, but you had a great time, and there's some emotionality attached to it. That sticks with you. That's real. To me, that's like real art.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, guys, quick and rush to the podcast. Factor meals. Listen, take the guesswork out of your dieting. Stop trying to figure out, am I going to eat this? Am I going to eat that? What do I need to eat to reach my goal, whether it's gaining muscle, losing fat? Go to factormeals.com/RawTalk50 off to get 50% off right now, plus free breakfast for the life of that subscription. Again, this is one of those things that people go, okay, what's more important, training or dieting? I'll just be honest with you. Dieting is more important when you have a specific goal of either fat loss or gaining muscle. If you're not getting the right amount of calories in or the right calories in, you're going to have a really hard time. You're going to spin your wheels. You're going to go in circles. So go to factor.com/RawTalk50 off to get that discount. Let's get back into this podcast. Have you ever had pushback like throughout your career of stuff that you wanted to talk about or stuff that you wanted to say? Or, for example, the Netflix sort of, it's like a kind of like a documentary, but like a show at the same time.
I'm talking about my series.
Yeah.
No, it's a series. It's a television show.
Right. But
it's very grounded in my own life experience.
Right.
Yeah. It is.
Did you ever get pushback for wanting to make that? Like to even get to a platform like Netflix?
No, when I pitched the show, it was very captivating. Like the way I pitched it and I put it together, and it was.
I thought it was great, by the way.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was like, is this real? Was this real? Like,
it is. Some of it felt real. Some of it when I was doing it, it was really fucking hard because I was like recreating like old moments from my life, or some cases, those who are no longer with me, like my grandmother or my grandfather, or you know what I mean? Like that shit is, or my dad. Like that shit is just really difficult to like.
And you directed that
recreate.
too.
I directed 3 episodes. And Slick directed the others, and he and I worked together hand in hand to like fulfill my vision and stuff like that. And he was very cool about like walking me through like, how did you imagine this? And he was really like tapped in to try to create my vision. And I'm very like, I love him so much. Like he's a great, great dude. And yes, I did. yeah, it's very much based around my life. I mean, there's some aspects of it that clearly that are fictionalized just to give me something to play as a performer and to be able to push me a little bit further, much further actually, at the dig deep. I've never been that vulnerable on camera or anything like that. I'm a comedian, bro. Like, to cry on camera, it's like, what is that? You know what I mean? I don't know what that feels like. So it was really, I was self-conscious a little bit because you tap into things and memories of your father's not there with you anymore, and you're trying to, you know, pay homage to him and tip the hat to him and making sure that you do this right. It's a ton of pressure, and you want to make sure you do it justice, you do him justice, and you kind of like put your emotionality on display and be so open, and all these like really diverse characters within the show itself, not just me, and kind of make sure that you communicate exactly what you want, and you tell a great story, you make people laugh, and you make them cry, and that's what I wanted to do, and we did that. You know,
Yeah,
I feel like I did that. I mean, I feel like episode 8 of season 2 is one of the greatest, I mean, objectively, episodes of television, you know, with everything that's going on in the background, how heavy everyone, you know, was pushing for me to talk about October 7th. And I thought it was a trap, you know, like if I, because the whole episode, for those who haven't watched it, the last episode of season 2, we all go to Palestine. So if we talked about October 7th, then that episode doesn't happen. They don't get to go.
That was filmed in Malta though, right?
Some of it was filmed in Malta, and like the major scenes were filmed there, but all the cutaways were actually our village. Like everything was my family village. Burin, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So because we obviously couldn't go because it still can't go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you know, the intention was like, if we did talk about October 7th, then it makes it look like that everything started on October 7th. You don't have the context of everything that happened beforehand. So it was really important for me to focus on the characters. And every time we started to write scripts and put them together in a post-October 7th world, it was really didactic, and you didn't really understand what each character was going through. It became like you, me, you, back, you know, this kind of, and I was like, this is not the show I want to make. This is not what I'm trying to do. And so, you know, and there was nothing that's going to stop me from having that finale that I wanted, which is like really seeing that whole world of my experience going to the West Bank and visiting my family. And it was beautiful, man. I was just, it's the one of the, I feel like I, you know, fulfilled a big purpose in my life with that episode.
Yeah. But did you ever get pushback when you were like, when you go to produce these things or put these things out, they're like, oh, I can't talk about this, shouldn't talk about that?
Yeah, they told me I better not do anything. No, I'm just kidding. It was one of those things like, how can you stop it? You know, like I'm a Palestinian, like how can you stop my own personal experience? This is what I went through. This is what I'm doing. This is the best version of the story. And to be honest with you, when we pitched the set, because you build out the whole season and then you sit down, you and my writer Harris, we would get together and we pitch the whole season to them before you start like writing it out. It's like the process.
Yeah.
And we did that before the writing strike, 5 months before October 7th happened. I already had it fleshed out, the whole season. And they told us, there's like, this is the best pitch we've ever had, any television show pitch ever. Like in their experience. I was like, yeah, we're going.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean like you don't go through production things and like, maybe you shouldn't do this, don't do that, or
but there was nothing external.
Rethink about this. No. It was good. It was honestly, really, really good. And there was like some discussions again when October 7th happened, and you know, and we started to experiment with going down that route. We all agreed like this is not it. It's not the show. It's not it turns into like a full-blown drama. It's not, we don't even have enough time. It's a half-hour comedy. Like this is not.
Yeah.
How are you going to cover all this with that? Like, no. Stick to the characters, to what people love. Stay in the pocket, you know?
Yeah.
Don't run out of the pocket. Stay in the pocket and then take it all the way to episode 8, and that'll bring it home, and then people will understand it. And then, you know, we end on October 6th very, very deliberately. I wanted to do that, you know?
Yeah. I want to talk about your father passing a little bit. He passed when you were 14, yeah?
Yep.
And how did he die?
Heart attack. He had a heart attack, and he was in the hospital for like 3 weeks fighting, you know, and then he just started having organ failure and things like that, and he passed away. Yeah.
You were mainly raised by your mother?
Yes. I feel like I'm raised by women mostly. Yeah. My mom definitely, and then my aunts, and like just incredible women that I've, you know, my sister. And
yeah.
Yeah.
So everything that you do, like what's your end goal? Is it to leave like a message, a purpose to show like your family or the audience, the fans? Like,
You know, I've been really impacted by this thing. My teacher said, name your great grandfather from your father's side. And I struggled to do so. This was many years ago. And I struggled to name him. I had names, but I didn't know if he was a great grandfather or great 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 grandfather, because Arabs are obsessed with lineage. That's why we have so many names.
yeah,
So you can trace back where you come from, right? And I couldn't name him. He goes, how sad is that? This is who you come from, and you can't even name him. How easily are you erased? I was like, that couldn't be more true. And then he said, if you want to be remembered, you know, there's really two things that you can do. They fall under these two buckets. Number one, you be some kind of inventor, influence culture in some big way, artist, you know, something. iPhones, discover phone, electricity, these things, you could, you know, you'll be remembered.
And how old were you when you had this conversation?
Probably like 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. And then, but I've always had it in me, but I didn't have the words, right? I've always understood this, but never really had the words to articulate it.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes you have the meaning, but you don't know the words or how to put it together.
For sure.
You're like, I know what this is, but what is it?
It's a feeling more so.
It's a feeling. So, and then the second thing is you can just be a saint, an amazing human being within your community. You'll never be forgotten, right? You either transcend that where you become so big and globally known, or you'll never be forgotten within your own community. I was like, oh, that's just cool. And for me, it's always about that. Like, it's what kind of mark do you leave? Who are you inspiring after you? And remembering those that paved the way for you beforehand. If you can do that in some way in my art, and I found stand-up as a 9-year-old kid, and I knew immediately I was going to be a comedian. Like, immediately. I was like, oh, this is what I'm going to do.
How do you know that?
I just, in my gut, bro. I knew 100%. I remember looking at my brother. I was like, oh, we're watching. And I was like, oh, I'm going to be a comedian. Like, this is what I'm going to do. And he looked at me like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, no, you don't get it. This is what I'm supposed to do. And then 4 years later, my father passes, and I started skipping school. And then, oh my God, rest his soul. I was skipping school and like living like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And, you know, just kind of, I'm dead serious, stopped caring about everything. And then my teacher changed my life. She says, don't you want to be a comedian? How would your father feel if you don't graduate? And I was like, oh my God, like I come from a, you know, educated family. It'd be really awful to not do that. And she just straightened me out. I started doing stand-up in school. She said, don't skip anymore. I let you do stand-up in class. And then she took me to the theater arts department. And it was like, this kid's doing all these accents. I think he belongs here. And then I became like an honorary thespian, graduate with honors. I was like so excited. You know, I was like, she changed my life. And I just wanted to stand up. And I knew when I got into the stand-up world that there was a huge gap in this storytelling, and I could really contribute something that is timely and timeless, and I just need to be patient and be ready when it happens.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what it was. And I wanted to do that. And I thought that like when I was writing the show, this is very relatable, number one, you know, dealing with loss, struggle, identity, figuring out what you want to do. How do you navigate those things in your heart and your spirit and your mind? And I thought it was just a really interesting thing to go in and really push myself to discover it, you know? And it was scary at first, but after I did season 1, I went head first into season 2. I was like, let's go all the way. Let's go all the way. Let's talk about, let's fit in as much as we can without it being forced, and have these, you know, elements within the show. And I thought the dream sequences was a great way to like break the mold and be kind of surreal in my storytelling and allow me to be creative in the cinematography and how I want to communicate. And you could also have like flashbacks within the dream sequences, and that would be interesting to kind of get into his psyche and his spirituality and where he is and what he's thinking about and bring it together in episode 8. And that's what I wanted to do, and we did that.
Yeah. You said something earlier about your great grandfather or grandfather being
My grandfather.
not knowing how to name him.
Oh, my great grandfather. Yeah.
And I guess your teacher said that then you don't even know where you come from, essentially, right?
Yeah, my spiritual teacher.
It's interesting.
It's like how easily you erased. He
Yes.
said, this is who you come from and you can't name them. How easily are you erased?
Exactly.
It's very jarring because you think about it like Rumi, one of the greatest poets to ever exist, if not the greatest poet, probably the most revered and written about poet to ever exist on earth, has a Twitter account. He's been dead 1,000 years. He has a Twitter account. He's tweeting from the grave right now.
Yeah, well,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
that's the kind of impact that you could have where people are still quoting you over 1,000 years later after your death.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
legendary.
being forgotten. That's
Yeah.
beyond legendary.
Yeah.
It's transcending time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes.
But on that point, it's going back to sort of the Palestine thing. It's interesting. There was this whole push to, I don't know if it's certain political commentators, people saying that like this place doesn't even exist. That was something that really stood out to me that I've heard. At least I know Charlie Kirk said it to someone who came up to him and asked him. He was asking him a question on like one of those open forum things, and he's like, "I'm a Christian and I'm Palestinian," and Charlie's like, Christ is king," whatever he said to him, but what do you mean you're Palestinian? Like, where is that?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the that I know we're kind of going back to that a little bit,
Yeah.
but that was one of the weirdest, because before any of this stuff became a thing that, you know, someone in your world, you're Palestinian, you'd always talk about it, you probably always think about it, your family members.
Yeah, I'm Palestinian. No,
right?
I'm living it.
Someone in my world, I've had friends that I've known for 10, 15 years that they have the same lineage. So I've talked to them about these things way before it was a big talking point on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And to hear, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, but a really big political pundit say, that's not real. What does that even mean? It's just,
Right.
it's like when you talk about the erasing of a people, it's weird. It's very weird. And
it's not weird.
it's worse than weird. That's not the right.
It's like, yeah, it's because we're not finding the word, so you're just saying weird. But let me tell you something. Regarding Charlie Kirk or whatever, it's a terrible. Like, you should never suppress speech in that way. Like, it doesn't matter to me. It's like you can say whatever you want, but you can't, like, to a degree. You can't, like, obviously, what you can say could also harm a bunch of people. Like, you should be thoughtful about your words. At the same time, like, it's not about, if you get into a thing like, you can say this, but you can't say that. You can say this, but don't say that. You just need more free speech. You just need more speech to counteract it. You need to have a space where you can have real debates and come to conclusions to think the way you want to fucking think without harming each other, without being crazy. Like, that's the bottom line on that. And Palestine, of course, exists. It's existed for many, many years. There's 4 cities in America named Palestine. Where did the name come from?
right.
It's really, really hurtful. I'm Palestinian. If someone says, "What is that? That doesn't exist." What the fuck are you talking about? It's who I am. It's my culture. It's everything that I love. That from the hospitality to the food to the land to, it's just it's who I am. Like, you're telling me that I don't exist and you're saying it out loud. It's more of it's like antagonizing someone, on purpose. You're trying to make them ruffle their feathers and go, "What are you talking about? What is a Palestinian?" They want that reaction.
Yeah.
And I'm not playing into that bullshit. Everybody knows.
It's
Don't
just,
tell me
it's
not.
insane,
Like,
though, man.
It's intended to create this and elicit this reaction that I refuse to play into. And hopefully I'm much smarter than that. I don't fall into that bullshit. It's like all about, like, I have nothing against Jewish folks. I have nothing against my Jewish brothers and sisters. I have great relationships across the board.
Right.
But when you get into this, like, argument about you exist, I don't exist, you don't exist, you don't deserve to exist, do I get a right to? We're all existing, bro. It's all about how we communicate and how we are with one another. And then also, like, acknowledging that this murdering of and decimation of a civilian population is just wrong.
Yeah.
That's not, like,
It's not
how
even
is that? How is that like like saying ceasefire and not killing kids early on was, like, seen as, like, anti-Semitic. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't want anybody to die. I don't want anyone to get killed. That's not a bad thing. They were going after Miss Rachel. This woman dedicates her entire life to helping kids read and speak and assimilate. Like, how are you guys attacking? She's saying, don't kill kids. Kids deserve to, like, have food, water, and shelter, the basic human things.
Yeah.
And she's getting attacked. Like, it's people are crazy, man. But I do believe that the vast majority of human beings are, agree with that, what I just said, which is like everyone should have food, water, shelter. It should be, it's a basic human right to have, you know.
It's the craziness is when the relationship of, when someone's talking from that perspective and they're just saying like, well, they're all bad. Like all these people are bad. Like, they'll go from like the Hamas to like, well, it's almost as if in their mind, these kids are already Hamas. These kids are already terrorists. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like what? Like what? It's a very weird, I guess from my perspective, because I'm not deep in it, but I look and I read all this stuff. I see it. I'm just like, it's a very clear effort to, make people believe
erase
one
an
way.
Entire people.
Yeah, it's
you want them to think like, yes, they all are, insane human beings and
that are bad.
They're all like animals, and we should wipe them off. And somebody could be watching this and going, "Yes, I agree with this." Crazy for anybody to think that of any human being is a loss, like a massive loss for entirety of humanity. There's like no way around it. It's I don't even know what to say to that. I don't live that way. That's not the people I surround myself with. That's not the way I think, and it's just, it's, look, driving fear into the hearts of society is part of like conquering the world, right?
Yes.
So those people who have all the power are driving, people with no money for the most part in America. Like they're driving these people into like having these extreme thoughts and ideology so they can hate on other people, so they can keep getting the funding that they need and keep spending this money that they want to use to keep conquering other places in the world. In particular, talking about the Middle East Arab countries and Palestine. So you have to have them hate them and think that they're crazy.
Yeah.
You can't do those things if they go, oh, they're Christians.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They believe in Jesus. Even the Muslims believe in Jesus. What?
Yeah.
Even the Muslims look after the holy church in Nazareth. What? Muslims are taken care of. Yep, they get up every morning, they open it up because Christians can't get along, and the only entrusted family that's been there for over 1,000 years is that key has been with a Muslim family that looks after a Christian church.
Yeah.
They can't have you believe that.
Yeah.
Then like, oh no, that ruins the entire illusion that they're crazy and they're animals and these are just, it's like that's just, it's a game.
Yeah.
It's a whole big game that's being played at a very high level. And I people understand it now more than ever. And that's going back to your question, like, why is it such a big thing now? I've been saying it for a while. I've been doing it. I've been living it. It's who I am. And now everyone is just starting to catch up. That's all.
Yeah.
And my real and sincere hope is that everyone truly comes to their senses, and people in the West Bank, Palestinians in the West Bank and in Gaza can go back to having better lives than they've ever had before, and to really open things up and to get rid of this apartheid wall and apartheid living, and to really have the freedoms to build and develop and to be, and have futures of their own. That's my...
Just be sovereign, man.
Bro, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Everything will be fine. There's plenty for everybody. Stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. Let Palestinians live freely. Stop. They're living in their own lands. Like, stop, please.
Now that's your hope. Do you think that's going to be a reality?
I don't know, man. The whole world seems to be going down the shitter, so I'm really hoping not. I'm really hoping that it does happen. Obviously, what I was just said does happen, but I don't know. I hope that cooler heads prevail. I hope that, that the pressure of the world and everything, really wins over, and we get to see that come to life. But I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
So going back
the
to
only thing I control is myself and how I behave in the world and how I move, and it's the only thing you can control. I don't know about anything else. Everything else is in God's hands, bro.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Going back to the special a little bit. DJ Khaled, huh?
Yeah. Honestly, one of the greatest openings of any special. I'm sorry. With that lead up. Nobody's done that with the heart open into DJ Khaled. Yes.
Yeah. Why do you think there are people like that who basically got the same exact blood as you?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Decide to just not say anything ever.
I don't know why he hasn't decided to say anything ever. I was just like, look, the duty of a comedian, I said duty. The duty of a comedian is to is to basically, talk about things that everyone's thinking that they're not saying out loud potentially, and observe those things that are happening around you. And that's why I did that in the special. It's like, yes, and also like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you? Because I know in 2021, when they were bombing Gaza back then, he did do a post, like for 2 seconds. He had a post, had a Palestinian flag. I don't know if you ever saw it. He had a Palestinian flag and said, thinking of my people. And then the thing got ripped down quickly. So I remember that happened. So I don't know what's going on behind there. But to me, that bit of opening up that way, and then I give him a chance at the end. I'm actually giving him an opportunity to fix it. Whether people will believe it or not or whatever, most likely they won't. And it won't do any good probably. So that's why he's still like sticking with this thing. The thing that's so grotesque about it is that not only did he not like say anything like as thinking of my people, please stop, hope, cooler heads can prevail. We all need to, whatever, fucking say something, right? Say anything just to say that and then move on. At least do that, right? So he didn't do that, but then he doubled down and be like eating the buffets and in the Bahamas and a crazy amount of food and close up, and then opens up a fridge full of ice cream while people are starving. I'm like, bro, come on. That's not the move. That's being completely unaware. So I think people just got angrier and angrier and angrier. And all it was like a release valve, right? Yeah. All that tension, I was able to release all that tension. I said the thing that everybody was thinking, but didn't really say out loud, especially not in front of many, many, hundreds of thousands of people around the world in my shows and stuff. And now to millions of people on Netflix. But it was intended to be that. And that's why I said it at the end of the special within the time bit. I was like, my mom said, if you love me, show me. And that's why I'm so upset with DJ Khaled. And people start to laugh. I was like, no. He's in these unprecedented times, instead of being with the times, he's behind the times. And for this guy, it's always dinner time. I know it's a fat on fat crime. I didn't want to say it. You know who put it in my heart? God did, So that's why I'm also offering him an opportunity to like respond. He can shit on me, he can say whatever he want. Or he could be like, yes, this was wrong, that's what I'm going through. Or he could do nothing at all, But then he could be helping quietly and we don't even know. Like, we don't really know. So it's important to like not fully, brush him off, but also it doesn't even matter. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just wildly disappointing, but people don't even know he's Palestinian, which I think is freaking weird, Yeah. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I think his name was like Arab Attack or something.
Yeah, before. Yeah,
DJ Arab Attack. DJ Arab Attack.
It was.
Yeah. It's really funny.
He said, I got to rebrand this.
Yeah, it's after 9/11. What are we going to do? Yeah. Another one. No, that's not good for after 9/11 either.
Oh my God.
No, he's I don't know, bro. He speaks in like I don't know. He speaks in like catchphrases and I had somebody meet that's met him, a friend of mine. He's a hip hop artist at Canada, and I don't want to say his name because he can give me permission to talk about it. I'm gonna do it anyway. But he's like, he met him in the Middle East, and he was like, bro, the whole year you've been saying God did, God did, God did. Now you're like 45 minutes away from Mecca. You should go thank God for all these Grammy noms and all the love you're getting. And his response was, incredible.
There's no way that's real.
I swear to God.
There's no way.
I swear to God.
It's impossible.
I swear to God. He just goes, incredible. And that was it.
There's no way that's real.
That's real.
You're trolling me.
I swear. He has this like very heartfelt thing. He was like, bro, it's beautiful what you're doing. You should go thank God. And this and that. He goes, incredible. And he said he didn't say anything afterwards. He just walked away.
There's no way that's a real person.
Yeah. And it was funny because I was there at the time, not in that conversation, but I was there, and there was like these trips. You can go to Mecca. Like, I'm a believing Muslim, bro. I want to go and I want to have like the moment. I want to be. I don't want to be filmed, or I don't want to do anything. I'm not doing it for that. I'm going there like naked, literally. Just want to be naked. I want to go. I want to cry. I want to pray to God. I want to think about things. I want to search whatever is going on in my heart. I want to have it without a camera. So the next thing I know, I see after he tells me the story, he does go to Mecca. He goes with Mike Tyson. And they invited me to go. I could have been in that situation. Yeah. And I was like, no, I want to go.
Just really go.
I want to really go in the middle of the night, you know, where it's not busy. Like, it's just me with the guy. It's a beautiful thing. And he did go. He did go and he filmed it with Tyson and all that stuff. It was weird. It was like kind of weird. But, you know, again, we live like we say, Allah Adam. We don't know what's in his heart. Only God knows what's in his heart. So I'm not judging complete, but also like, yeah. You deserve it. Take that. You know, you got to take that.
Yeah.
You have to. You can't come back and be like, no, it was army of people. And if everyone knew he was Palestinian, he had to say this kind of weird, find that kind of interesting, you know, not to say anything. Or even he's not look, we're not political commentators. I'm surely not a political commentator. That's not what I do.
Right.
I'm a comedian. I get it. You're not equipped to do it. That's fine. Just say, this is horrible. I hope it stops. You know, it's killing my heart. It's killing my family. I don't want to ever see this. I don't want to ever see a kid go through this. That's all you have to say.
Yeah.
You tap out and you go.
But then that's just like the whole conversation just goes back to, well, why are they not saying it? And then it's just because they feel pressure from the outside source somewhere?
Yes, maybe. I don't know. That's only he can speak about that.
Right.
You know, and I'm not going to get, you know, I don't like, you know, just trying to make assessments and come to some conclusions that maybe not true at all. Like, I don't want to do that. It's between him and God and his family, because, you know, for me, I have a son now, and I want my son to know, like, hey, you got to know the difference between right and wrong, and you got to say something. You can't just be quiet. Like, in our tradition, it's like, if you see something terrible happening in front of you, okay, you should try to, if you can fix it, like physically fix it, that's, you have the highest faith. If you can't fix it, like physically do something about it, say something about it.
Right.
And if you can't do either of those things, hate it in your heart. Just hate what happened. And, you know, just hate that. And if you don't do those two things, fix it physically or say something to try to fix it, and you just hate it in your heart, that is the weakest of faith. You're considered to be the weakest person of faith.
That's an interesting, that's written?
Yeah, that's from an Islamic teaching. That's from the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad.
To hate it. Like
like if there's like, for instance, Gaza, right?
Yeah.
You can't physically be there to fix it and save these kids. So you have to say something about it. Like, hey, this is wrong. You can't kill kids. You can't kill innocent men, women, and children. Like, you can't do this. Stop.
Yeah.
Okay? And not saying anything and just hating the act of killing, for instance.
You're right.
That's at the very least, do that. That's basically what I'm saying. And those who just do the bare minimum, that's the one who has the least of faith.
I see.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's like if you're walking down the street and you see this guy just pummeling his wife, just punching his wife, just beating her up.
You got to stop that.
You got to stop that,
insane.
Right? You just be like, whoa, what's going on, right? You got to stop that. At the very least, say something. Hey, the are you doing? Stop.
Yeah.
But if then you look at it and go, ugh, I hate this, and you go off.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's pretty weak.
This, for example, it's kind of an extreme example. But yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, that's
have you always been practicing Muslim?
Look, practicing is very hard. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect. I'm a believing Muslim for sure.
Yeah.
I believe very, very strongly. I've had, you know, very deep spiritual experiences, you know, and I'm a believer. What that means is I believe in God. I believe your incomprehension of God is your comprehension of God. Your inability to describe what God is.
I've never heard anyone say that.
Yeah, that's how it was described to me. Because how are you going to describe God? Infinite thing. Like, you'll be here all the rest of your life. You'll die and he's still not finished.
No, I love that.
You know? Your incomprehension of God is your comprehension of God. It's beyond your anything that you could ever fathom. And dude, they took a picture in the solar system. I think it's like an inch. I think it's like an inch. I don't know if you can research this or not.
Yeah, pull it up. So what is this, the Hubble Ultra Deep Field?
Yeah. This is a telescope. Over a year period, it took a picture, I think in like an inch, like little inch spot in space, and they uncovered over 10,000 galaxies called the Hubble Ultra Deep Field. 10,000 galaxies. We live in a galaxy right now. 10,000 galaxies.
And how much?
In like an inch in the sky.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about God, bro. Like, what are you talking about? This is infinite. You want to
Yeah.
just, what is in that? And in the Quran, it always says Lord of the worlds. You know, it's never like,
With an S?
yeah, it's never like in the translation, obviously.
Right.
It's always translated in that way.
Yeah, I mean, this the
Yeah, look at that. Smaller than 1 mm piece of paper held by one away and the equal roughly 1/26 millionth of the total area of the sky.
your brain can't even
Bro, short circuiting right now.
you can't even fathom what that means.
Exactly. It's like, you believe in God as a man in the sky? Get the hell out of here, bro. God is not a man. You can't even understand what it is.
Yeah, it's
Can't even like fathom it. You can't.
and we make all this so serious down here.
It's like, what are you talking about? Nobody knows. And it's that's what it is. I'm a very much so. I believe in Islam, meaning that I submit to the will of God and that I know that I'm, you know, just a human being trying to figure it out in this realm of existence.
Yeah.
You know?
In that, with that mentality, does that not feel sometimes futile? Like, does it not make you feel like obviously I understand the idea of submitting to the will of God.
Mm-hmm.
But in this like complete infinite almost, I mean, damn near, right?
It is absolutely infinite. It's like
Right.
It never ends. Yeah.
Does it ever make you feel more powerless?
Well, that's the point, isn't it? You know, it's actually powerful to know that, but also like, you don't have power over anything. You just can control what's in front of you. Even it's said that like, even if the world is ending, if you see the world ending in front of you and you're planting a seed, finish planting it. There's nothing you can do. Like, just go ahead and finish that off. It's all right. You know, there's nothing absolutely you can do. So you have to just keep pushing forward and moving forward. There's no way around it. As a matter of fact, you have to. It's like part of your belief in God. You just got to keep going. You must.
Yeah.
Can't stop. And you understand that this life, it is called dunya. For Muslims, it's called dunya. So this is the second like life that we live. And this dunya also translates to low in Arabic. So dunya means low because Arabic words have trilateral roots. So dunya, this is like the lowest level of existence.
Huh.
You know, whenever I bring that up to Dave, whenever Chapelle, whenever I bring it up to him, he's like, yeah, we poop and piss here, bro. It's gross. You know?
Yeah. But so then what's the higher version?
So there's like, okay, so there's considered 5 lives to man. The first life is there's 5 lives to man. First wife. Geez, yeah, it is first wife, second wife, third wife, fourth wife. What are you thinking about, Mo?
Yeah, what you doing over there?
What you doing? No, so there's the first life, which is Alam al-Arwah, which is planet of souls. Again, what does that look like? What does that mean? You know, we have no idea. But sometimes you meet someone and you're like, bro, I feel like I've known you forever.
100% real. Yeah.
100% like, whoa, it's very possible that you interacted in that other realm. You have no idea, you know? So when you're born into this, like the moment you exit your mother, that is your second life. It's when your soul somehow, again, I'm not God. Nobody knows how this works, but you're into this life, in this realm of existence. Your third life is Hayat al-Barzakh, which is the moment you're buried into the grave. That is considered to be a whole nother life. So you have to live in it. Now, there's, you know, I'm not a scholar. Clearly, I'm giving very basic information.
Right.
But for instance, like your deeds will follow you into the grave. You've heard this. Like,
of course.
The things that you do on this earth will follow you into the grave. So if you're a real piece of shit, your grave might feel like the worst, absolute, like unfathomable type of environment that you could ever be in.
This is like the concept of like heaven and hell sort of Christianity.
Not yet. No, not yet. So this is just a whole nother life that you will live essentially in this grave. Again, whatever, you know, how it takes place, or other realm, how your soul exists in this place. That's why it's very important for Muslims. And also Jewish people do this too, where they bury right away. So for Muslims, it's the same thing. It's better to be buried in the same day, very latest the next day, unless there's like foul play, there was a murder, God forbid, or they need to do some kind of autopsy to find whatever. Surely there's like, you know, it's very logical religion, you know? So it's intended to for those reasons, so then you can, you know, prolong it. But it's very important for the soul to go in right away. It's very, very important. There's a cleaning process. There's all this. There's no casket inside of another casket. The casket. This is crazy. Like, I don't even know why people do this. Like,
It's probably a money thing.
but what are you talking about? Like, it's just an absurd thing to just want to be put in a casket, another casket, and then they have to actually put like a cement thing on top of you. So imagine how crazy it is. And I want to wear a suit, like my favorite suit. Like, dude, just get in there. So for Muslims, you have to be washed a certain way, cleansed a certain way, prayed on a certain way, and oil with no alcohol in it, like a smell good. And
you get a pick
a white cloth,
like a lavender.
You could do lavender, I think.
I
Lavender,
love
is that what you
song.
like?
I love it. Yeah,
You can have lavender. Put it in your will, bro. Put it in your will. And you wrap with a cloth that's not stitched. It's pure, cloth. And then you wrapped in that, and that's it. Everyone is buried that way, with your face or head towards Mecca. That's it. You're buried that way on your right side.
I never knew that.
Yeah, and that's all. You're buried right into the dirt. Right into the dirt. There's no casket, other casket inside of another casket, clothing, put in this. No. You have to be washed and purified.
How is this the first time I've ever heard of this?
I think most people don't know this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah, so that's how you go in right into the dirt, as you're supposed to. You come from this, go back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you go. And and that's it. It's over. And that's your third life, Hayat al-Barzakh. And the fourth life, is the Day of Judgment, which will feel like 1,000 years or something like that, 1,000 days.
So like you're on DMT.
Yes. I have no idea what that's like.
Oh my God. Have you ever taken any drugs?
No, nothing like that.
Nothing.
I keep my drugs vegan. Yeah, I'm very
so mushrooms.
I'm very weed and mushroom. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Well, ayahuasca is of a plant.
I can't do that.
It's vegan.
I'm not doing it. Yeah, it's vegan.
I've done it 3 times.
You've done it 3 times?
3 times.
Have you seen the other side?
Yeah, I got 1 time.
Yeah.
Yeah. How would I
You have to do it with some kind of person, though, right? Like,
yes.
just lead you. And
I did it like ceremonially. I didn't just like take.
Yeah.
That's not what I knew it wouldn't be a good situation if I just did that. I did it with the shaman, and I did it in a way that was like, incrementally and ceremonially, like with a purpose, with intention, trying to figure out, certain things in my life, personal to me that I wanted to sort of understand better.
Interesting.
But there is a weird moment of when I was sort of at the peak, I guess you would say, of this experience that you feel very, I don't even know how else to describe it, but one, like everything is almost one, like life and death almost existing in the same.
It is.
The same timing, and it's okay.
You could have just converted to Islam and not had all this extra ayahuasca stuff and come to the same conclusion, man. For me, like I'm so scared. Like I don't trust who's putting me under. You know what I mean? Like, you look at the surgeons before you go to sleep. Like, I don't know what y'all gonna do, but all right, I'm just gonna go. To sleep.
I never like.
I just feel weird. I just don't know whose intentions or what. I just kind of feel weird about that.
I get it.
Yeah, but I also get why people try it and try to, do that. I'm just, it's not for me. I'm scared of my mind. I already have like a really, really expressive and I just think so differently. I don't know. I just get worried. Like, I
get that.
It might short circuit. I might be a different person after. I don't want to do that.
I see what you're saying.
Or maybe I want to do that. I don't know.
You've done mushrooms?
I have. Yeah, I have.
It's similar to that. It's kind of similar to that.
I don't know. I've heard the stories on ayahuasca. It feels very, very different. That's what everyone that tries to pitch me ayahuasca.
Mushrooms like level 1.
Let me do it. Yeah, level 1, bro. Yeah, exactly. It's fucking level 100.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
It is.
Like, no. I'll just wait until I die. You know what I'm saying? I'll see what that's like when I get there. And do as much, hopefully as many, 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 many years from now. But yeah, that's anyway, 4th life is the Day of Judgment. The 5th is heaven or hell. Again, whatever these look like,
Yeah.
We're very, hell, we know what hell is. Hell is hell.
Yeah, it's not good.
Hell is hell.
Not
hell
good.
Is a terrible place. Horrible.
Have you ever been afraid of dying?
I think the fear around dying for me is not seeing like my son grow up or being around for my mother and things like that. Just seeing her lose, my brother and sister. Like God forbid, I don't want to see it. That's the part that I don't wish that. I think that's what I think about more. But I don't really fear. I don't fear like the actual that side. No, what I fear is that I didn't do enough.
Yeah.
That's what I fear. It's not the actual act. Especially just having a son now just changes the whole game, man.
Yeah.
Changes the whole game. Like, I need to be here for you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what what I'm consumed by, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it leaving something for him or showing him something?
Yeah, I do. I leave him messages all the time. Like when I'm on tour, I have a videographer and stuff. But I'm
No,
always
but I mean,
like leaving
the
something.
fear of losing. Obviously, you don't want to.
I just want to see him. I just want
Yeah.
to see what he does, like in the physical form. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know if I'm gonna like zip through a black hole when I'm gone and like let me go check on him real quick. Zip it. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would love to just see that in person. You know, I always just think of my father being able to see me like doing these big venues and, you know, fulfilling this dream. I just think he'd be over the moon. He'd be like, oh my God, you know, just having my mom see it. And that's what I knew when I was famous as an immigrant. This is how you know you're famous, is when your mom receives a message and it's a video of me, but they don't even know that she's my mom, right? They're like forwarding something to
Did
her.
you see this?
Bro, I'm WhatsApp famous.
That's
WhatsApp
crazy.
famous is the most famous you can get in my family. Like
That's
when it
crazy.
circulates on that, somebody needs to like quantify all the like WhatsApp views. Nobody talks about that. You know what I'm saying?
The WhatsApp views?
Yeah, like nobody. We have
group
YouTube
chats.
trackers and stuff, but those WhatsApp views for immigrants, crazy.
So someone had sent something to your mother, like,
Yeah,
look at
video.
this piece of content.
Yes,
And it's
yeah.
like, that's my son.
It's a piece of the special. Yeah, she didn't respond as my son. She was like, "Oh my God, somebody sent this to me. They don't even know that you're my son." I was like, "Isn't that?" And I said to my mom, "Isn't that amazing?" She was like, "Yeah, that is amazing." I was like, "What's really amazing is that I came out of you, so you're actually the one that's dope."
It's a blessing.
You know, it's dope,
Yeah, you did it. You've done a lot, man. Like, genuinely.
bro. From nothing, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, bro. So much more to do, so much more to accomplish, so much more to write and like put together. I'm really, really excited about it.
What do you attribute it to? What do you think it take? Like, obviously your whole life is what it took, but if someone watching this from your shoes or, you know, someone similar to your shoes, obviously not your shoes are unique, but what do you think it takes for someone to be able to do like what you've done to the level that you've done it?
The patience, bro, and pushing through and belief. Like it really has to be your destiny. Like it's clearly like my destiny. Everyone that doubted me, maybe there's not like in my friend group, there was only a few like, are you sure about this? You know, this and that when I first started as a teenager.
Yeah.
But once you fulfill a particular destiny, everyone's like, damn, that was true. That thing was right. So you have to make sure like you're honest with yourself along the way and to understand, like not let your ego get in the way of accomplishing what your true destiny is.
Yeah.
Because some people think like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And then there's so many signs along the way that show them they should be like, you know, a great writer, a great filmmaker, a great this, but they want to be a comedian or they want to do this or whatever it is. And they maybe missed out on what their thing is.
So I love that you said that because I feel like that's one of the most common things that specifically young men deal with, like finding purpose.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know what to listen? Like, how did you navigate that? Like, how did you know which ways to go?
I had great mentors. Like when I first started stand up, it was in high school. And then I had my theater teachers that taught me like performance, stage presence, understanding how to communicate, look, sing even, you know, dance. I didn't know how to do it. I still was doing it. I was like, oh, this is wild. And then from there went into stand up. And then I met my stand up mentor who took me under his wings, who mentored a lot of great comedians that went on to have great successful careers. You know, Ralphie May.
Yeah.
We had the same mentor. T-Sean Shannon was also one of his mentors who went on to write for SNL for like 10 years. And then Shea Rivera, who had an HBO special. There was like a ton of people that were in his orbit that he gave like, you know, his opinions on and gave him his like mentorship that went on to have great careers, you know, respectable careers. And when I was 17, I walked in this club, I did stand up. He walked me outside. He said, listen, he took me outside right away. He was really excited. He got real pumped up. And of course I got pumped up. Because I'm like, here's a club owner, a guy that's been in the game a long time, like seeing me for what I believe I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And he grabs me and he goes, listen, I'm going to teach you everything I know about stand-up. And he literally mapped out my entire career. He said, by the time you're this age, you're going to be touring the States. By the time this age, you're probably doing shows overseas. You'll be headlining. By the time you're 21, 22. Yeah, and then you'll get better and better and stronger. You'll get a special, and then from there you get a TV show. He literally mapped out my entire career. He goes, and if you don't listen to me, I'm not gonna waste my fucking time. He goes, but it's gonna take you 20 years for overnight success. Are you in? I said, yes, I'm in. And that was it. And he taught me everything I used to know about stand-up. Then you just start climbing on the ranks, and then people take you on tour. Oh, he's funny. And then you become too funny, and they're like, you need to go away. I don't need you touring with me, getting standing ovations from the opening spot. Get the hell out of here. Or people loving you more than me, like, get out of here. You need to go off and build your own. Like, okay. And then you freaking hit rock bottom again. You're like, you're broke. Where the hell am I going to tour? And then, oh my God, what's going to happen? And then I joined me and a couple of Muslim comedians. I said comedians that happen to be Muslim, started touring, doing what we wanted to do. We called it Allah Made Me Funny, and that caught fire. And then we started touring all over the world outside of the industry. We were like selling out theaters in South Africa, Australia, Europe, all throughout. We did like 30 cities in the UK. I didn't even know there was 30 fucking cities in the UK.
I didn't know that.
It's like, it's insane, like amount of shows. And then Chapelle heard about us. You're like, oh, that's crazy. How y'all doing this outside of the industry? This is nuts. You guys are touring worldwide. Most comedians not even doing all these markets like this. They're so cool. And then when Dave was doing his comeback, he was like, I was in the same town. I was in San Francisco. He was, I think, in Oakland too, doing shows. And we went and said hi to him, me and Azhar. We were like, popped in. He was like, you want to open tomorrow? I was like, yeah. You want to open the next day? Yeah. And next thing you know, it's like 4,000 shows or something together over 10 years. I mean, bro, and it's like, that's how it goes. It's like and then you get, that becomes like your big brother and like guide at this altitude. So the previous mentorships were about helping you get here, but those people don't know how to navigate that altitude. And then you meet somebody like Chapelle.
I mean, dude,
and then he really, truly, is able to guide you in ways that very few people can. And just give you advice, not really like, he'll never say, do this, don't do that, do this, do that. He'll just give you information, which I think is some of the best kind of advice.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the goat of fucking comedy. Easily one of them.
Yes.
So he's been a mentor to you.
Yeah. That's my like brother. Yeah.
That's special, man.
Yeah, it's very special. Yeah, he's gay. No, I'm just kidding.
You're hyping him up. Fuck that guy.
No, he's the best, bro. He really is so cool. I think sometimes he's really misunderstood. I think he's really, really misunderstood.
As a comedian or as a person?
Both. Yeah. I think both. He's really misunderstood. I feel sometimes. I think people that really know him. He's a very pure-hearted person. Like, he really is a well-meaning individual. He's not trying to be mean,
Yeah.
And he's has a provocative way of asking questions. I think that's what. But it's nobody has to agree with anybody, and the whole point of like being in a civilized world is that you can have very difficult discussions and feel uncomfortable, and it's okay to feel uncomfortable, and you move away from each other better people. Hopefully, that you can learn from one another, become better people, and then you take it from there. But you don't. I think just like damning someone is really a bad thing. I don't agree with you, so you, you're out of here.
Yeah, it's garbage.
I think it's okay. I don't agree with you, to your way, to be mine. Like, it's okay. Just don't harm me. Nobody's trying to harm each other here, but you go off on your way. It's okay.
Yeah. What do you think the best advice that Chapelle's ever given you?
Be so honest that it's hard to make eye contact with you. And I think that's like one of the things that's like stuck with me, especially with this last special. I just, I'm feeling some type of way because I do feel very vulnerable. I've really tried to be like very honest and raw in the things that I've done in the last, I guess RawTalk, pun intended in this situation. But I really just try to be very vulnerable and real and pose certain questions through my stand-up and through the television show. And that's probably been the biggest thing for me because you feel really mad, like, what's up, y'all? Like, everything cool? Y'all like that? You just feel a certain way, but I also feel like I'm relieved. I've never been freer in my life. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I feel like, this is me, man. It's a piece of art, and I'm very, very thrilled that I was able to put it out and it to come together. And I do believe that it's timely and timeless. And I think that the more time goes by, the better it gets.
Yeah. There seems to be a commonality between like all people who have success. It's almost always comes back to being genuine.
Yeah.
Like in any industry, like I've talked to so many different people through so many different successes.
Yeah.
And almost every single time I talk to anyone about their success and how they found it and like actually it coming to fruition, it comes down to them just like truly being themselves.
Yes. And it takes you a long time to be yourself.
Right.
Like in stand-up in particular, I remember Danny telling me this early on. It's like, imagine when you first go up on stage, there's a big wall. And every time you go up on stage, you're chipping away at that wall. you know, and eventually people will see you completely without a wall, and you'll be able to be exactly who you are and be yourself. It takes a long time before you can actually be that. And you'll find if you go into like seeing early tapes or videos of me starting stand-up, you're like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
You know, a 17-year-old kid is like just jumping everywhere, just full of energy. I'm 17, 18 years old. And you're like, I don't even know who this person is. I can't even remember this person. This was me for real. Like, and it's a beautiful thing. I used to feel very uncomfortable watching those videos. And Dave was like, no, it's so beautiful, man. This is like a little time capsule of who you are at this moment in time. And you could always reference that. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I relate to that,
really nice.
not on the comedy level, but it's just YouTube. Like the same exact concept. You look back and you're like, what the f was I saying?
Yeah, exactly.
But
look at the first video that Mr. Beast made. It's like him walking around, want some money?
Yeah.
Sure, you go. Congratulations.
He's literally YouTube.
I'm going to sit in my room and just stay awake for 100,000 hours while putting Skittles in my eyeballs. You know, like, and everyone's like, ah! Yeah, and now he's,
he's fucking YouTube.
Yeah,
now.
he is YouTube.
Yeah.
He is, right? He's completely YouTube.
100%.
Yeah.
He's like literally, if you think of YouTube, pretty much synonymously think of, as far as content goes, you think of Mr. Beast.
Incredible.
What's your
incredible?
Yeah. God did.
God did.
But God don't let me talk about some things.
Yeah, it's so funny.
What's your North Star? What's the end of it all? You're gonna continue to do more shows. I like the shows, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some more television and film. Yeah,
with you in it, or just even other people.
Both. Yeah, both.
Yeah,
both things. Yeah, at the same time.
That's like looking back on that. Even the way you shot it, like I don't know how much of a hand you had in every aspect of it. The editing,
every aspect, I edited it all with my guys.
It was just.
So I had 2 editors. The way it works is I sit down. Each one has an episode. You split it up 4 episodes, and then you sit with one the next. I would spend like 12 to 15 hours a day just editing with them. Yeah. Every single detail, every second.
Yeah, it was very fun. You know, when you see good TV, so you're like, damn, this was the way this was shot, that angle, the cut, the edits, everything.
Yeah, thank you.
It was phenomenal.
Thank you.
The coloring, everything.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'm sounding like I'm glazing. They're gonna say I'm glazing.
No, glaze away, bro. Pause. You know what I mean? Real. Glaze away, pause. I don't care. That's exactly. People want to look. I like died 4 or 5 times making my show. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm dead serious. There was so many moments where I feel like I became a different person every few weeks. I'm like, and then you just come back to life. Get over here. Let's do this. Let's do that. You know, like that. It's ever changing, from changing the script on set, from have a show run to production design to costume to location scouting to, of course, the writing from the beginning to end and rewriting everything, and directing and having Slick helping as well, and directing himself, who did an amazing job. Like from the DP, from like, I care about everybody. Like it's really intentional, like of my position, and to do so. And I really wanted to be thoughtful in every aspect. And then also, hey, it wasn't even about me. It's like, hey, we got to kill this season. Like we have to make sure it's the best possible show version of this story. And nothing else matters. We're all going to work extremely hard. We're all going to put the blood, sweat, and tears into this, because in the end, I felt like it was my neck on the line. Nobody's going to remember who was doing what at that time and how shitty the show is. They're going to remember you. They're going to be like, oh, you sucked. You know?
Yeah.
Or you get either the other side of it, we're like, man, that was incredible. And then when you do that, when you get that reaction, you go, I had an amazing team that really helped me fulfill my vision, understood exactly what I wanted to do, that really worked with me to fulfill that. That's what it's about. I'm gonna tip the hat to all those guys, but every part of it, the opening of the first episode, I probably spent like 100 hours on that 2 minutes. Even the opening of the special, that 1 minute, I spent like 70 some hours on. Yeah. Just sitting there every day, just boom.
Get this right.
Yeah, disaster. If this doesn't work, that doesn't work. We got to fix it. I'm on tour. We had a tour bus in Europe, so I'm doing the shows. We're done. All the guys are having a good time. I'm upstairs editing. With the Wi-Fi while the bus is rolling. I'm talking to my editor on the Apple TV and on the iPad. She's over here, and I'm seeing it, mirroring on the TV. I'm talking to her. Okay, do that. 7, 8 o'clock in the morning rolls around. I go into bed. Everybody's waking up, making coffee. I go to bed. We pull up to a hotel at 1. get up, say hi, how you doing? Go hang out with my son, wife. Okay, do a show. After the show, same thing. Take a shower, get back in the bus, go upstairs. I'm editing. This is how it works. Just constant. When I was doing the show, I was working 16 to 20 hour days. Like 16 was like, if we got out of there 12 hours, you're like, what am I gonna do with myself? I don't know what to do. I gotta do something. You like feel weird. I'm like, that it? No, we could do more. You feel very and there's always something to be done, especially in television. Like you always want to stay 20 steps ahead if you can.
And so you clearly love it.
I love it. I was born to do it. That's how I feel. It's different, just different. You can see like people, assistants, whatever, they'll like be falling asleep around you. Like, what are you doing? And you're just constantly going. I never like fall asleep, pass out, feel tired. The last shot of the series, that push in, we had worked, God, I'll show you pictures. It's hilarious. So my assistant director, this guy, we took pictures of him in different parts of he was like passing out all the time in different times with the time codes in the monitor. We did 22 hours straight, I think, filming. Yeah. So that last shot, that push in, we got like 20 some odd takes. So I was like, again, we're gonna get it again. And Slick was with me. I was like, let's do it again. He's also amped up like me. So let's do it again. Let's do it again. And we had it on the third take, but I ended up using the third take when I did the editing. I was like, oh, we had it. We did all that for nothing. It's crazy. It's like, it's another 2 hours of like, we got to do it. But watch it.
Just to be sure.
Yeah, it was so scary because it's the last shot of the season. Like, it's the big bet. It's the last thing.
Yeah.
It's one of the most important shots of the whole season.
Yeah.
If not the most important shot. And so I was just like, we got to get it right. And then I thought we had it, and then Slick's not there, and then the AD's like, I think we're just chasing the dragon. This poor guy is just fucked out of his mind. He's so tired. And, when you rap, everybody's kind of applauding. Hey, what a great run. Like, you just gave so many, like a year of your life to film for these 3 straight months. And by the time we were done, we're in this like soccer stadium in Malta. Yeah. On this level in a small room that's been made into a detention, like not a detention, but interrogation room. And I walk outside and there's just like this old man just like mopping, just, you heard him like, and then somebody goes, all right, it's a wrap for Mo. And I hear,
oh man,
just one guy.
Fuck yeah.
I was like, yeah, great. That's how I wanted to go out.
It's kind of symbolic though.
It was so symbolic. But also I was like, all right, perfect. I'm going to go home with my wife and son. See y'all later. It was nuts. To be done was just, I knew that my job was really just starting because I spent like 4 months editing after that. So.
And then you got to spend the time promoting and all the other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's nonstop, bro. It's nonstop.
So where do you want to do motion pictures? Do you want to do like big?
Yeah. I'm working on a movie next. That's what I'm writing. I'm writing a movie and a television show.
Do you know the name yet? Can you say
No, I can't say anything yet. Yeah, but I'm cooking. Yeah, I'm cooking.
Is it about something specific? Can you say anything about it?
I'd rather not.
Okay, fair.
Because it could change.
Fair.
It could change it.
Yeah.
But it's something that I've always wanted to do, and there's a couple of them that I'm actually working on, and then there's another TV show that I'm developing. So it's two films and a TV show.
Will you always stay in the genre of comedy?
No, I think that it's very natural for me to go into a little bit of drama. I think that every comedy has drama relief, and every drama has comedy relief. But I also, I'm very into like anything that Scorsese's ever done, and those raw mob movies, those great stories. I have I have an itch that I need to scratch. I need to do that.
Those are some of my favorite
films of all time.
100%.
Have you seen the documentary, the Scorsese documentary?
No, the one that just recently came out.
You gotta watch it. It's unbelievable. Like I had all kind of these like inner monologue inside of me, like, man, I don't care. Like you have all this about wanting to be appreciated and everything, and then you watch the documentary, you're like, oh, okay, I need to shut the fuck up. Yeah. I need to they didn't care or appreciate Scorsese. Like,
yeah, he's
shut your mouth, Mo. You got a lot of work to do, bro.
Yeah.
He's so impressive. I just love this man, bro.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet him. I know it's going to happen soon. I just can't wait to meet him because I might not stop hugging this guy. I just might do one of these. Because when I met Robert De Niro, I fanned out. Like 10 years ago, when I met him for the first time, I turned around, I went, ah! Literally like a just complete fan out.
Fangirl.
And first time ever, like I've ever done this, and still to that day, I screamed, and then I held him like this, and I held him, and he was looking at me, we were real close like this, and I was like, did I hold on too long? And I swear to you, he goes, little bit. He did.
Nah.
He did. I was like, oh, this is it. This is my life. That's it. My life is made. It's great. A classic line. Just he said it right to my face. It was unbelievable. And thankfully, like he just saw me perform, so it wasn't like super out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So he was just, and he's a very reserved dude. And it was, we talked for so long, and I talked the whole time.
Yeah.
And monopolized his time. And everybody behind me was like, bro, can we just please say hello to De Niro? I was like, I don't give a I'm the one talking to him right now. Like, you don't know if this is going to happen again. I'm doing it right now. I'm getting it all off my chest. It was the best. Yeah,
do you have any other like big inspirations like that in the industry?
It was really interesting because the first book I read was Wise Guys when I first came to America. Not the first book, but the first book when I came to the States. Somehow Nicholas authored this book called Wise Guys, which became Goodfellas. And I had no idea. So I was infatuated with that world. And just like autobiographical stories like this, I just couldn't believe that these human beings existed. Like they lived these kind of lives outside of the boundaries like this, and we're able to do it for so long. Yeah. It's nuts to me, and that history and what that means. And I find it to be so fascinating. So really everything in that world of Scorsese and Godfather, of course, is Scorsese didn't do that, but in that world, it's just really fascinating to me. And those actors associated with, like Al Pacino, which I did get to meet, was so super cool because my show was honored at the American Film Institute for the first season, and he came out and he spoke at the ceremony, and it was probably one of the best speeches I've ever seen in my life. Like our table, so it was only a Netflix show that got honored that year, so it felt great, about that.
Oh, the only one show.
So there's like, they pick like 10 shows out of 600. They literally said they looked at 599 shows. And the American Film Institute is like the institution for filmmaking and television. And I had so much gratitude for them, and still to this day. And I'm hoping we get season 2, God willing. But we're able to go there. So in this room, it's just like everyone that you've ever, like as a little kid, looked up to. I mean, the 10 movies, I think it was like, was it Maverick, Top Gun, and they had, it was like a Maverick, the new remake. What is the remake called? Sorry.
The new Top Gun movie.
Yeah, Top Gun. And then they had, not Top Gun, Maverick. It was, Top Gun with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it's the new iteration.
And then they had Avatar, and then Steven Spielberg was there, and it was James Cameron, and everybody. So we're all like in the same room together, and everywhere all at once. Also, they won every single Oscar. So all the actors, Michelle Yeoh and everybody in there, Sigourney Weaver's in there. Like, bro, it's like you're just losing your mind, right? Walking in there, like, I can't believe that I created a show that's getting honored here, and I'm around these people that I've admired since I was a little kid. This was in December of 22, something like that. Anyway, so I go, and then Pacino like just walks in, and he's he's the one who's speaking. You're their guest and honored speaker, and he comes on. He goes, "Yeah, it's good to be here. It's good to be here. It's good to be at an award show where you're all winners. There's no losers here. You're all winners, So I ain't got to give no speech about losing or winning. You're all winners here. It's nice. I got something to say. I wrote some things, but I don't really like reading. I like to be free and just kind of talk about what I'm feeling, And I got to tell you, I did a lot of drugs and alcohol. Yeah, did a lot of good for me. I'm not advocating for it, but I'm just saying it helped me through a lot." And he proceeds to tell his story. It's unbelievable. I don't even know if I can say it. I'm gonna say it. And he goes, he goes, "Yeah, it's like drugs and alcohol did a lot for me. I did The Godfather, first role I got ever. Can you imagine? Yeah. Godfather, right? First time he goes, did The Godfather. Man, after I finished filming, I got nominated for an Oscar, and I did so many drugs and quaaludes back then, I couldn't even do my hair, you know? Like, and my manager at the time had to do my hair and wake me up and slap me out of it. And we'd go to the Oscars. And we're sitting down. It's this huge venue. It's 4,000 people there. 4,000 people. And I'm sitting all the way in the back. And I go, oh, my God. What if I win? I'm high out of my mind. Like, I got to walk all the way there. I can't walk. I can't feel my legs. I look at my manager. I said, how much we got? How much longer we got? How long has it been? He goes, an hour. He goes, so it's almost done. He goes, no, we got another 3 hours. I said, another 3 hours. Oh, my God.
Wait, he's telling this story in front of all these people.
In front of everybody, yeah, in front of everybody, right? And he goes, oh, my God. And he goes, you know, and then they came to our category, and I was like, please don't win. I don't want to win. I'm so fucked up out of my mind.
Yo.
And they call out the winner, and they go, Jack Lemmon. And I got up, and I celebrated. Then I did well, so happy. And the next day in the papers, they said, look at Al Pacino. What a class act. Celebrating for his fellow actor that he won an Oscar. I was just happy that I didn't have to walk up there because I was so up out of my mind.
Bro.
The greatest day of like storytelling and just seeing someone you've like looked up to so long as an artist and all that. It's just, go up there, tell something so raw and so honest. Everyone is dying, bro. Incredible. And then he goes, okay, let me go to my paper. I got something. You're all winners, you know? Congratulations. He starts reading from the paper.
Yeah.
He's like right here. Like right in front of us. Our table was right in the front. I couldn't believe it.
That's like, I mean.
And it was in the paper. They commented, I think the LA Times or something was there and they wrote about it.
That's got to be like top. I mean, as someone who's wanted to be in that industry, wanted to be in that space, it doesn't get much better than that.
No, it doesn't. You want to be recognized for, you know, being a great storyteller and actor and performer and all this and director. And it's like, this is an environment where they do, you know, think about who they're selecting. And it was incredible to be mentioned in that top 10. It was like Better Call Saul was in the category. It was like me, Better Call Saul.
That fucking show was
like,
great too.
Bro, it's a phenomenal.
Yeah.
The list, you look at the list, you're like, you see my name in there, Mo. You're like, I can't believe this. Like, he's just like,
you made it.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, I can't believe I'm here hanging out. You feel like a kid a little bit.
Yeah.
You do. You're 100%. I felt like a child.
It makes sense.
Talking to James Cameron about his watch. I'm looking at him. He's wearing the James Cameron watch.
Yeah,
like he's wearing the Rolex, and I'm looking at it. You know, and he's talking about it. They literally made that watch because of his deep diving. You know, like
it's even more special your generation, like your age and your generation, because all those people you mentioned were like literally the ones you mentioned that as your. That's why you felt like a kid.
Yes,
that's what all those movies I grew up watching. You grew up watching. You're
Nuts.
like, damn. That's
you're in the same room, and then they look at you like, oh, I got to watch your show. I got to check it out. And then you get a letter from these guys, like, I loved your show. And this and that. It's like, I can't believe that I have a letter from Steven Spielberg saying how much he loves the show.
Proud of you, man.
Yes.
That's
it's
huge.
Like, you just, I look at him like, is this real? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's really special. It's very, very special. Especially since the show's content and the story and the fact that they're open enough to receive it and understand it. Like, I'm sure not everyone feels that way, but in the end, you can't argue that this is like a well-told story that's from the heart. It's a human story that really anyone who watches can relate to, you know?
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah, there's
Fucking
no other show on television is touching on these things. I touched on immigration, the detention centers. Like, I've always been ahead on this because I'm inside of it. Like, I know what it is. Like, I've been a citizen for 15, 16 years now. It took me 20 years to get my citizenship prior to that. So it's no surprise to me to see what's going on today, you know?
Right.
To see what's going on today, everybody's like shocked. To me, I saw it coming. I didn't think it was going to be this extreme at times. Like, it's really, really terrible to see people being snatched away from their families. Just so gross. When there's another way to do it. You know, and hopefully Filipito,
hopefully he gets it.
He's okay. He's out there in these streets, bro.
We're
but it's
trying to figure that
again
out.
Going back to the you got to figure that out, bro. Make a call. Hey, Trump, baby, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, we got a kid over here. Yeah. We got a kid. He's chubby, but he's doing well.
Yeah, he's great.
No, but I think that again, going back to what you've done also is really impressive, and all these guys you spawned. So Sara started because you pushed her to do it, right?
Yeah, essentially. When I first met her, she was still in school, still finished school throughout the social media thing. But I remember I spoke to her originally and I was like, yo, you got to do this. She was like, I don't really want to. Straight up.
Oh, wow. That would have been a massive mistake.
Yeah.
She seems like she really loves it.
Yeah. No, she loves it. 100% now. But I remember then she's like, she didn't want to do it. And I told her, I was like, you just, you know, kind of how your first comedian mentor was like, you got to post like this. You were doing this.
Yeah,
stop
exactly,
doing that.
yeah.
Do more. I just did the same thing. But it was because I'm sure like your first mentor, I was like, no, I've been in this long enough to know that you have what it takes to do it.
Right.
And it was just a matter of like sort of leading her in that direction. And then it just took off.
No, she's killing it, bro. Every time I'm on YouTube, she's like, hi, I'm Sara Saffari. And whey protein is so good for you. Or creatine is so good for you. I'm like, this fucking doing ads now? Get out. Hi, I'm Sara Saffari. And this creatine proven 100% so good for you. I was like, get out of my face, bro. Nobody wants your creatine.
Creatine's a great supplement.
I know it is. All right, it is. Best. I know this guy is just such a fucking such a beast.
I
like,
can't.
Hey, wait. This is where
don't you dare talk about creatine.
Talk about creatine. It's the reason why I'm here. It's the way I'm able to think in the morning. Screw creatine. Everybody drinks coffee. I drink creatine.
Creatine in my coffee. Tried that?
I'm sure. Creatine coffee. By the way,
water.
Let's cut to the ad right now. Creatine coffee coming out soon. Bradley Martyn, what's up?
Oh, I should make that.
Yeah, she's killing. You should make that.
Yeah.
I drink it. Make it easy.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's dude, creatine's so good for your brain, your body, everything. Anyways, we'll get into that.
Yeah,
it's not an ad.
I just need you to teach me how to get on steroids. That's what I want to teach you.
It's simple.
Yeah.
You get a vial,
Yes,
you get a syringe, and you start.
That is all it is?
Yeah, obviously, it's not that simple.
Come on, bro.
You got to get the blood work. There's all those things you got to do. You got to make sure you're good. That's the key with all that kind of shit. Is making sure you're good and then continuing to make sure you're good.
So I got to find the Barry Bonds doctor to help me out.
Yeah, or just just a doctor.
Just a doctor?
Not just a doctor, right? An endocrinologist.
Some guy like, come on, bro, I got you, bro. You want like what kind of, you want the Tataro? You want Deca? Like, what do you want, bro?
Not that kind of doctor. But have you ever thought about doing something like that?
I have, yeah. It was super interesting, like to me, like to see everybody so ripped and amazing. I mean, Jose Canseco started that whole thing, I feel. He's like 70 and still looks shredded. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
His knees are shot, but
yeah,
I played with him in a celebrity softball game. He hit the fucking ball 9 million yards. I'm like, just out of the park. This guy's like, I still hit. I was like, yeah, but you have like someone else running for you. I mean, your knees are shot.
Yeah. But so you would do it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to lose weight first.
Fair.
Yeah, I got to lose weight first. I think you can't just be fat and starting steroids. Like, I think that's a bad combination.
Could be.
I think
it really just depends. It just depends where your actual levels are.
Yeah.
Truthfully, because sometimes people who are more overweight,
I'm very strong. So I worked out I did boxing for a hot minute. And then over the last year while I was filming the show, we were just doing this intense workouts in Houston called Kango. Really an amazing gym, by the way. If you're ever in Houston, come check it out. These guys are nuts. It's not like it's a really, really like using every part of your body type workouts and resistance and all that. You know this better than I do. But I was pushing like 900-pound sleds. I mean, I was going crazy. I was having a great time.
You pushing 900-pound sled?
900 pounds.
What the
Yeah, I was pushing it. We keep putting them on.
That's actually you just stacking the plates.
Yeah, it was 800 pounds.
That's impressive.
I pushed them about 20 yards. Yeah, 10 yards.
Maybe you don't need steroids. You're strong.
No, I was just
your hormones
pushing
are good.
Yeah. No, I was crushing it. And then I was like dying. So then I got like a heel spur because I was going crazy. But I need to get some things straight and then I'll be able to get back into cardio. I tweaked my leg. So I need to like.
And it is hard to find the balance of all this, especially someone like you, the traveling.
Yes.
That makes it hard.
Yeah, it's the traveling, man. I just need to be able to get my cardio back in the meaning like I got to get my leg healthy. So I'm going to get that straight in December.
As you wipe your forehead.
So funny. Well, it's fucking hot as hell.
I got to get my cardio. It's not even hot in here. It's
what are
72.
you talking about? It's not 72.
It's 72.
You're sweating too. What the fuck are you talking about? Fat.
No. It's 72 in here.
Where's 72?
Yeah,
you got those lights right there? It's not 72 in here. Put those guns. Those lights aren't 72. No, that's not the same. That's the other room. That's not an accurate thing. That's not an accurate thing. It's cooler in there. No.
72. Look, I just took a picture of it.
No. You don't know how lights work.
72.
You don't know how lights work.
That's true. It is. You're right. It is hotter in here.
I bet you walk in there, it's cooler in there.
It was cooler.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 massive lights happening in here.
That's true.
Don't bust my balls. I know how this thing works.
We were just talking about fat.
Weirdly, it just feels cooler.
We were just talking about fat.
Weirdly, it just feels cooler. All of a sudden.
Once I got this sweat on my forehead.
I'm gonna tell you, rough room, Bradley.
Yeah. Have you struggled with weight most of your life?
I think so. I actually almost died. It was in sixth grade. I hit my head on the bottom of a pool, and I almost.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah.
Was there no water in it?
Yeah, there was water in it. Nobody jumps in a pool without water. What's the matter?
That's
with
what
you?
I'm saying. Like, how
no
do you get
water
to the
in it?
But how do you get to the bottom? Like you were.
Nobody. Just dives. Hey, is there water here? It. I'm just gonna go. Yes, there was water in there.
Yeah, but
no,
like, how do
it
you
wasn't
get to the bottom?
labeled properly. The way you don't know, you couldn't see where the diving area was and where it was like 4 feet or 3 feet or 3.5 feet on the sides.
So you got bad
depth
depth perception.
No, it was both on each side. There was like the way it meets in the middle.
Okay.
Like the way it like slopes down. And then you went in, and then it just, my hands were in front, so thank God. And then it stopped, like most of it, but I hit the top of my head.
You were diving.
I was diving.
Okay.
Yeah, I was diving. And I had a compressed vertebrae. I almost died or paralyzed. It could have been worse. So at that point, changed my whole life. Like I was in a neck brace for like 4 or 5 months. Wasn't allowed to do anything, and I gained a bunch of weight, and that affected my life. And then it had a whole like ripple effect. But now, it obviously was fixed at some point. It wasn't caught right away. We didn't have insurance. I was a little kid, immigrant in America, like the whole thing.
I get it.
But very, very lucky, extremely fortunate that I walk and do everything. So yeah, so that was like a big thing. And then it changed everything for me. That really like, I yo-yoed from there for sure.
Yeah. Is it, I feel like sometimes it's true. Is it when you're fatter, you're more funny?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, it's,
I feel like that's
I don't
real.
know. Maybe. Well, I don't
like,
think that's true.
Would your jokes hit the same if you were skinny?
Yes. I don't do fat jokes. If I just did
not even
fat
about the
jokes and I
jokes.
was thin, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. My whole thing is like, listen, if you're going to lose your hair, you got to be in shape. Okay.
Valid.
You got to be in shape. Okay. If you're going to be bald, you're going to be in shape. Because I want to shave my head, but I can't do it now. You can't be round end. I just want to do it.
Fair.
But you can't be like round.
You got to pick one struggle.
You got to pick one struggle.
Fair.
You got to be in shape, shredded. Then you can shave it.
Yep.
And you grow out the beard. Looks nice. A little grizzly situation.
you're talking to.
Yeah, I see what's happening. And I got you amped up. You see how amped up you got?
Yeah,
bro. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking ripped, baby. See this Rogan Crip talking about how dope I am.
Buy the creatine.
Buy the creatine. Hi, I'm Sara Saffari. No, yeah, that's my rule. It's like I think once I get shredded, I'm gonna get rid of it just to see what it looks like, just to do different shit.
Get
you
the
can't
beard
do
bigger?
both. I don't know. Maybe I had it big before. I did it for like Black Adam. I did the beard when I did the superhero movie.
You were in Black Adam?
Yeah,
What the?
you don't remember? I was the guy, the electrician. Die of electricity. That's me.
Oh, what the?
Yeah.
How did I not?
Yeah, the best character. Yes, it was me. Busting balls. How you doing? The
Wait,
Rock.
so wait. What have you been in? Have you been in a bunch of other shit as well? What am I not?
I've done
aware
a few
of?
movies. No, but Black Adam was like the big one, the big thing. And then I did a few movies before that. But then I really like was focused on my show. That consumed like 6 years of my life.
Yeah.
With the writing strike, then COVID before that. 5 months, there was nothing with the delay with the writing strike in comparison to COVID. COVID was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
I started writing it in, April of 2020, and then we didn't finish, and it was out until like August of 22. I think something like that. August 22 it came out, the first season. So you're talking about 2.5 years. It's really, really tough. Kept pushing and COVID protocols and creating bubbles and all that stuff. So, yeah, about 6 years. So that consumed that. And then you want to do things that you really love and want to be a part of. You don't want to just like do anything.
Yeah. That's
You
the
know?
same way with social media. The same vibe. You kind of
Even like doing this podcast, I was excited to do something different.
Yeah.
Like everybody's just kind of doing the same shit. I just want to do something different. And I thought it was really impressive what you built out and what you've done. I'm like, man, this is really cool. And then I saw who you spawned. I'm like, this guy really cares about everybody around him. At least it looks that way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could be a complete asshole, but I don't know. I'm just kidding.
No,
it really
I do
looks
care.
like. No, I do see like you genuinely like care about these guys around you, and like they're your family. It's really cool, and you could see it in these videos, and they've all done really well for themselves, and they're going off and having their own success. I think it's really, really dope, man.
Yeah.
And I caught it. I saw it. I was like, wow, there's a lot of these guys. And now your gym has become this like place for this environment.
Yeah.
It's super interesting.
100%.
Are they always filming there? Is always somebody filming there?
I would say at least once a day someone's filming something there.
Yeah.
Whether it's a live stream or a YouTube video or whatever. I'd say at least once a day it's probably there's never not someone filming there.
Yeah. And also I see those videos with Steve and stuff. He gambles like crazy. He's an insane gambler.
He's an insane. I mean, he really is a gambler. Like a real gambler.
I mean, how much money? I was always like concerned. Like, how is he like just millions?
Yeah, it's weird because I'll gamble. I'm decent at gambling, but like, can you really be good at it? He's actually good at it, and it's weird. He has the most insane luck out of anyone I've ever met in my life when it comes to gambling.
Well, he also doesn't stop until he wins.
Yeah,
that's also the thing. If you have like an amazing bankroll where it just literally you won't stop until you get it back.
Yeah,
eventually you're gonna hit.
Yeah, he's nuts. I mean, he's done things it's almost unfathomable to see how much he's like gone down to come up. I watched him be down like more than $1 million and like come back the same night on a table in real. Like, I'm not even talking about on the internet,
can't, bro.
Like, it's nuts.
No way I could do that. Yeah, I would just lose my mind just knowing that $1 million of my hard-earned money is gone. Like, that's like my whole life. My whole life is done losing that kind of money. I mean, he must be like insanely rich. You can't just lose $1 million like that.
But that's the interesting part about him. Like, he is very well off, but it's like he's just done this for long enough to now that he has just like and he's had people like there's people who have bailed him out in certain situations. Like, he's great friends with Dana, who's I've seen personally bail him out like $1 million, and it's just like
they call him Batman, right?
Yeah,
Batman comes
it's nuts though. I'm always like I'm fearful the day would he ever be like, yo, I lost 10 million, and I'll be like,
Yeah, but if he has 100 million, then it's like,
I'll be just keep fighting. But he's the kind of person I think
But you could lose that in 10 days. You could lose the other.
Yeah, but he could also. I feel like he's the guy who could lose 10 million and like take a loan and then come right back. Like, that's how. I don't want to
live that life.
Yeah, I'm not telling anyone to do this.
You give me 10 million, I am going to create like probably 2 movies out of that thing.
Yeah. I get it. That's more how I am. I'm more like,
bro, stop, bro. This is crazy.
What can I invest in? What can I make that like has prolonged effect? For sure.
No, that's sick, man. I think
like we're doing the Miami gym now. It's gonna be good.
Oh,
so,
sick.
So we'll have like an East Coast location for Zoo Culture, which we'll kind of create the same culture over there as far as like content production and everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because that's the crazy thing about it. Like, I didn't start it at all. When I first started that gym, I originally bought that gym and financed that, like got the whole gym set up because I was getting kicked out of other gyms for filming. Because back then it was like you couldn't film or anything in gyms. It was just commercial gyms.
Oh, wow. Yes.
So I bought that gym not with the intention of even having members. It was just I was going to use it to film my content and like have people come in and film content with them. So the original idea of that gym was just for content. And then I was like, okay, let me try this. I was very afraid to even have it be a gym because then you always have the fear of like, what if it doesn't, what if all these people come here and then it doesn't work out in the long run? Right. But it's turned into a real place where people are able to network, film content, like further their careers to like a crazy level because so many other people that aren't even necessarily in fitness come in and out of there and also film content, or live streamers will come in and film bits. So the goal is like, obviously you want to have a really dope gym with a cool environment at the same time allowing people to build their careers, because social media has just completely changed the shape of the fitness landscape entirely.
It has, right? Yeah, big time.
Like, I mean, obviously the world entirely, but fitness specifically has just been completely elevated because of the ability to like film in spaces, and just
I've seen that like dramatically shift, and I've seen places that attempt to do it and they don't do it well, and it doesn't work. Yeah, so it's not easy to do. Yeah, and the fact that you've created a space for it, it's really ahead of its time. The fact that you saw a problem in the market, 100%. You saw this evolution that's happening, and you took a risk, and you got this gym, and you built it around yourself, and then everybody else started going, "Oh, I can go do this over there because I'm having problems doing this kind of content too. I want to come do this here." And it is just because I did it. There. Yeah, it's just because I did it, and like I was like, "Oh, this is my life was a product of doing that." Yeah. So then it was like, okay, and I've spent so I know all the pitfalls of it, what to do, what not to do. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think it's a cool space, a really special space. No, you got to come work out. I got to come see it there. I'll do it. Yeah. I'm in. How long are you in LA for? I'm here till Saturday. I might prolong it if Dave comes Saturday, then I'm gonna stay. He
Then
might
I'll
come
tell
out Saturday.
we'll try and sort something out if you can do. That'd be a cool little bit. Just getting you, because I like to see how. I'm not gonna like test your strength crazy, but like a little bench press, something
That's
like that.
fine. Yeah,
That'd
let's
be
do
fun.
it. Yeah, it's been a minute, but I'm down.
So Dave's coming Saturday for what?
I don't know.
Dave?
Just coming. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know. He didn't tell me. He said I might be there Saturday.
Are you
Like,
doing
cool.
anything else here besides?
I'm
Yeah.
doing some stand up on Thursday, just freestyling some shit, and then I'm doing podcasts and a little press run. I'm having some meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah, just seeing about what's next and people that want to talk to me about what's next.
Yeah. Do you like
Things
LA?
that. I do. I like it overall. I like that I visit here more than live here. I think.
Yeah, I get it.
I think it's better. I think it's one of those things that is good to be missed, you know?
Yeah.
It's and I also believe in this, once you start, everyone hangs out together all the time, people start thinking the same. And it's
100%, the
important.
groupthink.
It's important to like step out and be reflective, and I think those moments of solitude are really important. And it's not like I'm in Houston 24/7, so I'm always on the road anyway. I'm traveling, whether doing stand up or filming something or going somewhere. I'm just the way I am. But I'm a big believer of that. I'm a big
But
believer of that.
you're
But
saying that
it's dope out here. It's so nice. I'm just have a earthquake phobia,
that shit never happens.
It never,
It's gonna happen when you're
he
here.
said,
Watch,
he
bro.
said that shit never happens. I'm leaving right now.
That shit happening this weekend now.
Bro, I'm leaving, bro. You don't ever say that shit never happens. Test God. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that shit never happens. Yeah.
He said that.
Why don't you Google that? See how many earthquakes California has had this year.
So you say that though. I'm assuming it's in regards to your ability to create outside of what everyone's kind of already creating or thinking about, right?
No, I'm saying it's just important to have those, for me, that solitude, that reflection, that ability to like separate yourself and then come back and join,
Yeah.
And you have a different outlook and thought process. I think it helps me, my process. And also, find it really important to be close to my mother, my brother, and the family, and just keeping the family together is very, very important to me.
Yeah. Family's everything.
Especially with my son. Like I just that's everything. And to have the space and the land and everything else in Houston, like I just love it.
Yeah.
And Houston is popping, bro. Houston is popping. Houston has an insane like history of so many amazing artists that have come out of Houston, H-Town. It's incredible the amount. I mean, everyone goes to Beyonce, of course.
Right.
The Queen, Travis Scott. Before that, of course, you have Ghetto Boys, UGK, Bun B, Slim Thug, Paul Wall, Fat Pat. Like, bro, it just keeps going. Lil Kiki, Lil Flip. I mean, it's just, there's so many. And every time I like, oh, you're going to forget Zero. There's just so many people so many great artists have come out of Houston. Lizzo, it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing artists and people, writers also that I've met like on the road. Oh, I'm from Alien. I'm from Houston too. Oh shit, that's crazy. Yo, I wrote on this show. I'm writing on this show. I'm producing for this. Or executives. Like it's like so many of the executives that I work with are from Houston. It's kind of interesting.
I love Houston.
Yeah.
Good food too.
Yeah. Oh, it's the best. Yeah, I know. Yeah, don't you fucking look at me that way. It's good food too, you fat. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that look.
It's so
good
good
food too.
I don't blame you, man.
It's amazing, bro.
It's so good.
It's so good. Yeah, if you ever come out, bro, we'll host you for sure.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
bro.
you got to come down, man. You got to come. Do you travel a lot to Houston or?
Not a lot to Houston, but I do travel a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go to Florida a lot, obviously because of the relationship to the gym, building that out there. But
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that's why you go to Florida. Yeah.
yeah.
Relation to the gym,
Yeah. No, that's why we're
being-
there.
Yeah,
The gym.
Yeah. Do you ever go to Venice Beach and do that whole thing?
I did a lot more earlier in the career, filming like all the content. I did a
Yeah.
lot more stuff.
Is that still popping over there, Venice Beach? Is that the thing? Because let me tell you something. A lot of
No.
crack in Venice.
Yeah, it's not.
Meth or whatever.
It's not what it was. 2017
Mhm.
was probably the last best year as far as like that fitness
Really?
space goes to golds in Venice for sure. And now all the golds in LA have turned into like a different gym. It turns to EOS.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just recently sold
Or salad bars.
or salad
Bars.
bars. Yeah. I like salad. You like salad?
Yeah, I love salad.
Yeah, I don't
Why are
believe
you
that.
saying that?
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I do.
I don't believe
It's
it.
not my go-to.
Salad with a lot of steak.
What's up?
Salad with a lot of steak.
No, I like chicken salad. Like I like a good classic chicken. I like a good classic Caesar salad. I don't even want the chicken on there because a lot of times they make it dry. I don't like the dry chicken. Don't give me that chicken.
You like it
But
covered.
Caesar one.
It's a Caesar sauce.
Yeah, that's the whole point of a Caesar salad.
I know. with you.
What do you
so
mean?
I'm
You
fucking
put
with
the
you.
sauce on the side so I can just dip. Get out of my face. I'll smack that whole salad out of your hand. Don't give it to me with a lot of anchovies either.
That's gross.
That's what it is.
Fuck?
It's in the sauce.
Is it?
Yeah, Caesar salad. That's
I had no
in the
idea. I
sauce,
thought it was just
yeah.
like a mayonnaise kind of thing.
no.
What the
Put yeah.
Oh, damn.
You mix it in there. You didn't even know you were eating
I
it
hate
the whole
anchovies,
time.
yeah. I'm not an anchovy guy, man.
Yeah. Well, you've been and you don't even know.
Son of a
Yeah,
bitch,
Caesar
bro.
salad. That's the move. I was like, I don't like a vinaigrette and all that stuff. I'm not a huge vinaigrette guy. Do you like vinaigrettes?
Yeah.
You're a vinaigrette. Yeah, I need it. I
Yeah,
need
that
it.
Italian. It's the Italian in me.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
that's fine. Vinaigrette's fine. I mean, like, yeah, because you're eating pasta next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm saying solo as a salad eating
No,
experience.
I wouldn't do that solo.
Yeah, exactly.
I need a
Thank
Caesar.
you.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, you need some stuff on the side for sure.
Yeah.
No.
So are you actually serious about doing more fitness stuff? Not content wise, just in your life.
No, I'm dead serious. Yeah, I'm dead serious. I just need to get this thing. Like, I'm not trying to talk about publicly, but I need to get a surgery.
Fair.
And once I get that done and I'm going to heal, I'm going to do it in December because I'm struggling with pain. Like, pain management's been a situation. I keep pushing it. And I have pushed it as far as I can go now. That's it. I need to get it done. So
It's
when I
like
get my
back pain
surgery
or some
done,
shit? Or
yeah, it's a result of like misalignment. So they're going to fix that. Once I'm done with that, I'll have like a month of like rehab and recovery to 2 months, and then I'll be off to the races. I can't wait.
Yeah. If you need help with that, let me know. I know all the.
I will.
nice
I
little-
will.
The thing, seriously, like things you could do to like make it recover way faster, kind of thing.
I'm dead serious. I'm going to call you about that. I was going to ask you about that. No, for sure.
Yeah, I mean it. I will help you.
That's been my biggest crutch is because I just dealing with all this pain every time I get into it. And the doctor was mind blown that I was doing the deadlifts and just not only bench, but also doing the sled and everything else with all the shit that's going on. So he's like, I can't believe you were doing that shit.
Just a strong person.
Yeah, it was.
That's what it is.
But mentally, I'm stronger than my back. It was like unbelievable what I was doing with the shit that I have going on. He was just like, "You're a idiot. Stop right now. Please stop right now." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, we'll get you right.
I got up to like what is the 345s on each side? What is that?
315.
Yeah, I got to 315 on deadlifts. That's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
A little bit more. Just doing multiple reps, not like just. I never did like a max rep.
Yeah. Damn, I want to work out with you for real.
And I
now.
said the bench, you know, I said in the special, I benched 300 pounds. The most I benched was 275.
You can round up.
Yeah, that's why I round up. It sounds better. I don't want to say 275.
Nah, that sounds weak.
Oh yeah, see, my friends from the gym like, oh yeah, 300. I was like, go
Boys,
yourself.
your
Yeah,
boys.
I was like, go yourself. You know, it's 275, and I don't even have leg power. I was doing it with my feet on the bench.
That's harder.
I
So
can't put
technically it's
because
315.
my foot, I can't like put the pressure down. So I put my feet on the bench, and that's how I was doing
Which
it.
is a harder version of the bench press.
Thank you. Okay, so off. It's like 315. He said
Exactly.
it. Bradley Martyn said it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
forget it.
Well, let's check this out. So we got to get a workout in.
Okay.
Bro, it's been an honor.
Yo, thank you for having me, man.
You're awesome.
Thank you, bro.
Like, I'm proud of, I mean, you don't need me to be proud of you, but like what you've done is incredible.
It means a lot,
For
man.
real.
I love what you guys are doing. Like I said, I tracked it and I was like, yo, these guys are killing it. I'm so happy that I really made, like, it's so impressive to me. It's really, really impressive.
Thank
like
you.
to start from nothing, to build that out. But not only that, but like helping others while doing well. That's the shit, man.
Yeah.
And the community you've built, and those Chicos Toxicos guys are out of their mind. I don't want anything to do with them, but I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, invite me once, but I'm not going to show up. But I just want to know that I'm invited to that diabolical fucking situation that I don't know what they're doing or what direction they're going, but God bless them. They're having a good time.
Yeah, they are.
I look at them, I'm like, man, what are they doing? Also, like, I'm so glad we didn't have cameras when I was coming up like that.
Well, that's why I think that's why I think it's popular, because it's just what people did. It's like what people do, and they're kind of
They're like living the hangover every day.
Right. Yeah, just capturing real life shit.
Yeah,
I think is like, we're supposed to go. It's funny, my mom's actually coming down tomorrow, and I actually double booked that, but we're gonna go camping. We're gonna do this like camping vlog, and I just was like, oh, I'm gonna bring my mom. It's gonna be really
Hilarious.
good content. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I'll never go camping.
What?
Never.
Why?
You mean glamping? Is that what you're saying? You're taking your fucking trail. Don't bullshit me. You're not gonna be sleeping in some tent with no like ability to have electricity. You're talking about a mobile home, and I'm gonna being the dads. Don't even bullshit me. I
But-
don't
but-
ever see you like, I'm gonna just sleep in this tent and the spiders.
No,
gonna
I've
crawl
done
up
it.
my
I've
ass.
done it. Because
Okay.
I swear to you, I know you saw that out there, so it's just your assumption. You are right. 90% of the time, I do just sleep in there, and I got the AC, and it's nice. But there are times when
That's pulling over and sleeping on the side of the road. That's what that is.
okay, but there are times I have like a setup that I actually go out and I'll like set up an actual tent away from it.
You're an idiot.
No, it's fun.
Don't
dude.
do that, bro.
It's so fun.
I mean that with all love and respect. Don't do that.
It's so fun. Why not?
Where do you camp at? Like where? Like
I drive-
near any water?
Yeah, normally
Like near like a little river or something?
yeah, river normally or like a lake or something like that. I'll drive up north, like up to
Okay, that's
395
cool.
and go to the middle of nowhere.
Oh, I bet that's cool.
It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
like you said, detaching yourself from things so you can get a different perspective is
That's
priceless.
nice,
It's
yeah.
actually priceless.
And bears. Yeah.
Yeah, but I gotta,
You got a shotty?
I got a shotty, I got a little handgun.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
fine.
Yeah, you gotta have a shotgun for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely not out there like with nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
I take care.
just walk
you know?
around like you just paint your body. You just walk around like Predator.
That's-
like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
with all,
Yeah, we're out here.
with the shotgun.
Yeah,
the
with a
fuck-
shotgun. Just
I got
walk
the
around.
bear spray.
Like,
No, I'm
relax,
ready,
bro. Relax.
I'm ready.
Yeah, bear spray is very effective. You don't even need a shotgun now, right?
No, yeah, and also most bears they're afraid of you. Most of those bears. There's
Yeah, I'm
certain
sure.
places you go in like Canada. If you run into grizzlies, they're not afraid of you. They'll kill you.
Yeah,
But
polar
most of
bears
them-
are the worst, though. I heard. Yeah, but you're
Yeah,
not gonna
because they
catch those.
actively try to kill you.
Yeah,
like
that's
polar bears,
different.
like they
It's
see
so
you and they'll
scary.
find you. Like
Yeah, those guys are hunters, bro. They're like snipers. They're like they're
no, though I
hitmen.
would never.
They're
I don't
hitmen, yeah.
think I would camp somewhere like that, but I would have to do
No.
it in a way where like there's
No,
people
if
who
I'm
know
chilling
more.
with Eskimos, yeah, I'll do it.
That's what I mean. People
Like,
who know
yo,
more
show
than
me
me.
where it's at.
But you never camped?
No desire.
I love it, man.
Zero desire. Just the bugs and it's sitting out there. Like there's options to not do that.
Yeah.
So why would I do that? Even when I was broke, like you can go to a motel like down the street or something, like next to a body of water, and then enjoy the day, and then I can go back and sleep.
The reason why I
In the
like it is
thing.
I feel like it's one of the most human things you could do.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not disagreeing with
Yeah.
you. I'm saying I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, fair.
or I would like take a nap outside. You know what I mean? I would do that, and then when I wake up and come to my senses, take my ass inside.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would do like the tent thing. I would do the big tent thing. I would do that. I'm leaving myself open for jokes being Arab, but those tents are really glamorous. You can make some really dope tents.
You can.
That's what I would do. I would do like a hyped up version of a tent.
fair.
I would do that 100%.
What if your son really like wants to go camping?
My son will never want to go camping. He won't even know what it is. My son will be like, "What are they doing? Why are they so stupid?" The idea. I was like, "I don't know. They don't know that indoors exists."
Dude, I hope your son wants to go camping so bad now.
Now
Oh,
I'll take him
so bad.
I'll take him for like an hour, and I'm like, "All right, we're going home." And then I'll just I'll set him up to where he hates it forever. Scare the hell out of him. You know what?
Fair.
You know what happens at night, right? You know what I
Yo,
mean? Do
that's-
that, and he will never do it again. No, I would do it if my son actually wanted to do it.
Yeah.
But again, it would be the most glamping of a situation for sure.
Fair.
I'm not sleeping in a tent, vulnerable. And I'm a deep sleeper, bro. Like, what are we doing here? What if I sleep through something? Like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, the bear ain't gonna knock either.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's gonna be like, "Excuse me, can I eat you?" You know what I mean? Pause. But I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna do that. And that's impossibility. I can't. I'm nervous even talking about it. Not nervous, but it's just, I think that I don't need to do it.
Fair.
You can also, they have those hotels where you can you're literally on the side of the mountain. You've seen those?
Yes.
Yeah, just
In
do
Utah,
that, bro.
Yeah. There's something like that in Zion. We're gonna stay at one of those in Zion. That's
Yeah,
really nice.
you could do that. You could just do it anywhere around the world. You don't have to do this anymore. You don't have to go out and look. You and Joe Rogan out there hunting whatever you're hunting,
Bows.
elks and shit. Yeah, that bow shit is crazy. The guy disappears for 10 days in the
Yeah.
woods or somewhere.
Yeah, he's
It's the most amazing thing. I'm
He's
like, okay,
nuts,
Joe,
man.
relax,
He's cool.
bro. Oh, he's best. He's the best, but I'm not doing that shit either. I'll just buy elk when you come back. I'll just be like, oh, look at all this elk I got. Like, I got it too. Cost me less. You had to pay for flights. You had to get this, you had that. Just hunting. No, I think it's
so
really
not an
dope.
outdoors guy, really.
I like the outdoors. I do for a limited time only. I'm not trying to be out there for a week
Yeah.
all day. How does it feel today? Same shit. Like those people that buy houses in the middle of nowhere. You seen this? Those house hunting shows.
Yeah.
And they got that house. They we're actively searching for out, and then it takes them like 2.5 hours to get into town by boat only. I hate you. What are you doing? Nobody's gonna ever visit you. I'm never coming. You telling me I'm 2.5 hours from a hospital? One thing goes wrong, it's over.
Yeah, I used to have that thought too.
I'm not a surgeon. I'm not like I don't have a helicopter out back where I can fly away.
You gotta learn those survival skills.
And then they're like, gotta learn to make sure that the tide's not too fast, whatever, the stream's not going some crazy rate so you don't miss the entrance to your house. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. What are y'all doing? Just go rent an Airbnb and then go home to a real house that's close to real structure and hospitals and
I get
society.
It.
Like,
if
I lost everything, I would live like Rambo. Yeah. If I lost all my family, God forbid, a scenario like this, and I just never want to see another human being again, I get it. I would live in the woods and
I see.
Just give that up. That means I've lost everything that I've had in my life, or heart, spirit, and mind. I need to rediscover and build everything else. And now I live with, the lions in the jungle. I don't know where lions exist, but I want to be close to lions. I feel like I could be really cool with lions. I don't know why.
Nah, you sound like a white chick. Nah.
Sound like a white chick?
Yeah, they just get my vibe. Like the girls, I talked about this on the pod the other day. Girls, like, I swear they're like, they think they'd be cool with lions because like they'll just get the vibe.
Bro, how dare you compare me to this situation? I'm a really spiritual being that can get in and communicate with different. I feel like me and lions would be cool, bro.
Yo, you sound like a crystal white girl. I swear to God.
I'm just talking to him, like, listen, I know I look tasty because I got all this extra fat, but time out.
You get the vibe.
I can be very helpful.
You get the vibe.
I can be very helpful. Let me fix you up with these lionesses.
That shit goes swipe.
You know what I mean?
You dead, bro. It don't work like that.
You don't know.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah,
no,
the
you don't
crystals
know.
tell you otherwise.
You don't know. Hey,
sure.
I didn't know I had so much in common with white girls, but let's see.
There you go.
I can't believe you compared me to that. It's disgusting.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
I want you to tell me where you're camping tomorrow. I'm gonna fucking. It's the only time I'm ever gonna camp.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just stalk where you are, and I'm gonna get those arrows and light that shit on fire at the end. I'm just gonna make sure your mom is nowhere in sight. Of course, I'm not a monster, and I'm just gonna your little tent to be over with.
Never want to camp again.
Never want to camp again. And I'll be like, I told you, Bradley. Because it'll echo.
Yeah, because of the vibes.
Yeah, thank you for giving me water. This is the worst podcast I've ever done in my life.
Yo, I was going to ask you earlier if you wanted water, especially
I'm dying here.
It is. It's getting colder now.
Yeah, because the air conditioning knows it's so hot in here. It knows what's happening.
It's true.
This is the worst. I've never been to a podcast where they don't give you water or anything for that matter.
We were trying to give you a little water
happy
fast.
Dad, are you doing happy mom? Is that what the whole thing is?
No, we were trying to give you a little water fast.
Water fast?
Yeah, we just thought maybe.
You mean just a fast, you mean?
Just a water fast.
I think it's called fast.
Fast? Did I not say fast?
You're just fasting. Water fast means you're only drinking water.
To a point, right? And then you stop the water fast. Or excuse me, you stop the water. You drink it, stop, and then drink little bits of it.
Well, you know more about this than I do, but
that's fair.
I can definitely say the wording is off. Feels like a little off. As a Muslim, fasting is just fasting. You fast from the three things for human survival: food, water, and sex. Only during Ramadan from sun up to sundown. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, right.
We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yo, thank you so much again. Everyone go check out Wild World.
This is such an obnoxious way to end.
It is? Oh, you chewing? What the was that?
I'm eating a mint.
I thought, wait, let me get one. I need one.
Please. Oh, now I'm serving you up?
Thank you so much.
I don't even know
I'll get you water. I swear I'm going to get you water right when we step out of here.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I have an extra one.
I don't need to wipe the sweat off.
You want a cigarette?
No. You smoke cigarettes?
Yep.
Nice. Nicotine.
Yeah, I don't have any more. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, fuck
well, we're going to train. I love you.
For you.
You're awesome.
Yo, thank you so much.
Anything you want to say where they can find, whatever?
I hope you really watch Wild World. Put my heart into it. And if you haven't seen season 2 of Mo, I highly encourage that.
Yeah, that
show's
show's
I hope to see you guys
incredible.
out there for sure, man. Thank you. Man.
One more question. I don't want to prolong it, but do you know the viewership of that? Like, do you get reports on how many people watched it?
No, not really. You don't get all that. You get like certain data points and then it's over, but they don't search like beyond that.
Okay.
And then at some point they release like how much total view, all that. I give my information. Am I selling out on the road? People come out or people enjoying it? The reactions are I consume myself with making the television show and the stand up,
Yeah.
and that's all I think about.
Well, you did an amazing job.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
And you're very talented. Obviously, even
Appreciate
beyond
you,
just
man.
comedy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you, man.
Awesome.
My pleasure, bro.
Yeah,
Much love.
thank
Enjoy
you.
your time with your mom tomorrow. That's gonna be fun.